Unidentified Podcast, Episode 11, Take 2. So, we're going to try to reenact what we did. OCD. Ha ha ha. A funny story about that. I have a little bit of OCD. Old man voice. All these people are going to be like, what are they talking about? It's lost. It's all lost. Wait, so, yeah, we're going to... All right, so we talked about OCD first. Mm-hmm. I'm Randy. Nathan's here. Elle's here.
Hey.
So I was talking about how I was one of those people that has to change the volume on televisions and stuff because if it's on an odd number, specifically if it's on an interval that is not a 5, because for some reason 5 just feels clean. 5 goes into everything, basically. It's not true, but 5 feels good.
2 feels good too.
$5. 2's all right.
Yeah. It's no 5, I guess.
2's like a micro 5.
Yeah, exactly. 2 goes in.
What if you had 2 2s? That's the best.
Oh yeah, then you get 4. Sweet.
Wait, why is that the best?
Because 2 is 22, and 22 is a great number.
Oh, I thought you meant 2 plus 2. I was like, oh yeah, sweet. 4.
Well, that too.
Well, 2 and 2 is not 22. 2
2 is 22 though. If you write 2 2s
next to each other.
Yeah.
Yes, but that's not 2 2s at that point. That's 22.
It's figuratively 2 2s. You need to expand your mind.
No, 2 and 22 are different. They're very different things.
If you write 2 2s, it becomes 22, and 22 is a good number.
But when you're writing it down, you're not like, oh, there's a 2. I'm going to make it a 22 and just write another 2 next to it. When you're writing it down, you're writing either 2. No, you don't.
Yes,
Please.
I do.
Why would you do that?
Because I like 22. It's my favorite
What is
number.
about 22 that you like?
Because I was born on the 22nd, and I'm 22 years old.
Okay.
So you see 2s written down, and you're like, oh, I have to...
Don't become a maths teacher. Because
no, I mean,
if
it's
the
like,
correct answers is like, okay,
it's once in a while.
22 here. It's actually 2 2, sorry.
You just give everyone a grade of 22?
I don't do it every time. I would not be a good math teacher anyway, so I'm not thinking that would be my career path. But
like first, second grade math, you'd be all right.
Yeah.
I don't think I would be all right.
Whatever. That stuff's easy.
I know, but easy is like...
Fifth grade's probably the last math class that I could teach.
I tried to
Anything more than that.
I tried to help my 6th grade nieces with their homework the other day, and I was like, what are you learning? Like, holy shit. Oh, no, they're in 7th grade. But still, I was like, I passed 7th grade math. What the fuck are you learning?
It's because at some point you pass the math class and then just immediately forget it because you don't need the level of math that they teach you.
I feel like they're learning crazy stuff now, though. Like
what?
I don't know, even. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, why are you learning about, I can't even say because it didn't sound familiar, to me. Although I don't remember how to do most of the math I learned.
I mean, that's the thing. I did algebra and geometry and all that garbage, and I don't freaking remember anything about it.
Yeah.
Both sides have to be equal on the equal sign, right? So, you do something to one side, you have to do it to the other side, or else it's wrong for some reason.
Yeah.
Algebra.
Compound fractions and shit.
The only match you need is
could not.
That's all. Anything you can count in your fingers. That's all you need. It's like, how much does this cost? $2. Okay, $1 plus $1. Okay, there we go. Perfect.
Yeah, quick arithmetic. That's fine.
I still have to count by sevens and stuff, like 9s and 7s. I have to count up through them, 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 46, 17, 81. Okay, that's it.
Like when I'm at a restaurant and I want to give, I want the bill to be a big round number, say the bill's $18 and I want it to be $24, including tip or whatever. I can look right at it and know what I need to add to it.
Uh-huh.
That stuff's easy.
Randy just cracks his knuckles, put on his glasses. It's about time. Finally, I can use this.
I mean,
my day has come.
Well, you're one of those people that rounds up to even numbers when they tip, right? I just add it a full $1. I always just do full dollars. No, I mean I add up to the full $1 when I tip.
Holy crap! I don't want to go I don't want to be waiting tables when you're coming to eat at my restaurant.
No, I mean to the full $1. I add the full.
Yes.
I'll put 3 or 4 instead of just $4.75
it is clear.
Or $3.75. I'll put the
75. 4. You could figure 75 out of 20. Something weird.
I picked the number out of the ether and just said it. I wasn't saying
when it's 37 or something. That's when it gets.
No, I know.
Crazy.
That's what I mean. But I don't care.
That's when I have to stop and give myself 10 to 15 seconds of make sure that my quick math is right. More often than it's not, or more often than not, it is. Mm-hmm. But every once in a while, I'll be like, "Oh no, wait, I'm $1 off. Let me fix that." Mm-hmm. But I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to run. It's probably more annoying to the waiter or waitress to get a tip that's not a whole dollar.
Yeah.
Because I imagine they get paid. No, they don't get paid in cash with that stuff. That goes to the paycheck, right?
Yeah.
What, with a tip?
Yeah.
No, at the end of the day, they have to
when-
even out the tips from the receipts
That's
from the
gross.
register.
Surely you should
Do
just
they?
pocket what you earned. So would it not work that way? Like someone gives you like $6 or whatever.
Oh yeah, but
And they just
cash.
put that in
you
your
have
hand
to
or
take
put
it
in your
out from the
pocket.
register.
I don't ever use cash. Cash
Yeah.
is annoying.
Me neither.
Yeah,
You have to carry it.
You have to carry your cards too.
If you lose a card, you can call them up, say, cancel that card, send me a new one, and they'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
You lose a wad of cash, you're all the way screwed.
It's a good thing
That's not coming back.
I don't have wads of cash in this economy. Am I right?
Boom! Wait, your economy's different than our economy.
Nah, it's pretty shite as well. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
we're no snowflakes. It's okay.
Brother!
We're not special. Yeah, exactly. Let's fist bump
It's
over our
been
poor
too
economy.
long.
But the worst thing ever about like losing a card is when you find it immediately after, and then you like hit yourself in the face because you're like, oh, I just cancelled it. It's useless. There's no point in me having this card anymore. And then
I've only lost a card once, and that was I was having. You know, you're always distracted. You don't.
Yeah.
If you're on your game, you never. It's never an issue. But when you're, I got a big test coming up, and like rent's due, and all this garbage that just adding up, and then I put the card in the ATM to get money out for rent, and I just forget to pull it back out. So the ATM ate it, which is good because otherwise someone would take it and be like, yeah, it's mine. But when I went to them and said, hey, I think your ATM ate my card, they're like, it's not here. I'm like, oh, I should probably figure that out then. And then we got it straightened. It's not the end of the world. It's annoying, but...
That's why most ATMs, they give your card right back the second they read it.
Yeah, they did. I just forgot.
Oh,
I forgot to pull it out of the slot.
Because I remember in the past they used to suck it up and then at the end be like, here's your card back. But now they just go like, give it to me. Okay,
Well,
before you do anything, take your card. And you're like,
a lot of times it's either a swipe or pull in and pull it right back out. It doesn't even insert it anymore. Those ATMs were the worst, where it's like you put them in and then like, all right, do all your stuff and then we'll give you your card back. Why?
It's like taken.
Is this collateral? What are you doing? I'm not sure. This is my money here. It's not like I'm robbing you.
I bet
ATM.
that somewhere out there on the internet there's a story about ATM machines that gobble up credit cards, but then suddenly they get a thirst or hunger for human flesh and come to life.
Fiction.
Night of the living ATM. That has to.
I bet you more than one of those.
Yeah.
I bet you quite a few.
There's sequels as well.
Yeah, that's.
Interquels, what their life was like before the ATM.
I was trying to come up with like
Before
an
they
ATM,
were an ATM?
murder pun, like automatic teller murder.
It's like in Futurama. Look into your circuits and locate your mercy file. File not found. You're like, please ATM, don't kill me. I'll give you anything. And they're like, insufficient funds.
Yeah.
And they kill you.
Yeah. So that was wildly different than our original intro, but it's still good all the same.
Still good.
So good.
But that other intro's gone. So if anyone wants to know what it was, send me a message and I'll I don't remember it.
Send it to Randy and he'll tell you he doesn't remember.
Yeah, so if you want to know that I don't remember it outside of this podcast, then send me a message. I'll be sure to let you know.
The answer.
Anyway.
That I don't remember.
We haven't done Steam reviews in what seems like an eternity.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with that.
Once again, let me blow off the dust. There we go. Man, this thing gets really dusty, you know?
Yeah, it was pretty dusty last time we tried this too. Weird. I don't know what, it just attracts dust really quickly.
Anyways, these were
there it goes again.
Yeah, these were the Halloween reviews that we never got around to doing, so...
I kind of liked my department store joke, though.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Now it's gone.
Well,
I basically made the joke that we were the reverse.
You could have went
explaining
with
it. No,
What?
because it's not gonna be real, man.
I guess.
It's not gonna have the emotion behind it.
Yeah. Me.
I made the joke that all these stores that are putting Christmas decorations out super early, we're the reverse. We keep Halloween decorations out because all of these are Halloween themed. Yay!
And I said we're like we're like the ironic decoration store.
Then you did this weird old man.
Yeah,
department
because
store
I said
owner.
actually we're a really sad old company run by a really old man. What? Halloween decorations and Christmas and bargain.
I'm still unsure, and that was a different.
Bargains.
You're doing a different voice now than you did
I'm
before,
a
which is even.
It's a prospective voice, I'm sure.
Yeah, you just.
I'm
yeah.
in for the gold.
Oh, there's a gold over there.
Some say we're starting late. I say we're starting early.
That's the best kind of old man to be.
Money grabbing?
First to arrive,
No,
last
like
to leave.
early on Halloween.
Who knows? I might be dead come next Halloween. Ooh.
I don't even. Okay, we're lost.
He's the kind of.
Aw.
I imagine that he's the kind of person who says, "Use me as a prop for next Halloween."
Oh my god, that's gonna be me. I'm like, use my skeleton.
Yeah, charge $2.
All right, Steam reviews. Nathan's got them. They're horror themed. Let's do it.
Yeah, we got some spooky.
Maybe we should explain it since it's been 8,000 years since we've done it.
Yes. 1,000
Go
years
ahead,
ago. Okay, thanks. So, Steam reviews. Basically, this crack team right here, we assembled together and we scraped through Steam and find the badass, funniest reviews possible. Yeah. And we just have a quiz and see if you can guess.
Yeah, one person finds reviews on Steam. These are all Steam games, so we
omit the name, and then you have to guess what it is based on the reviews. However, the reviews are often not very helpful.
They're very obscure, and we have to try to figure it out. They get increasingly helpful.
Yeah, as we go.
We start off really funny and obscure, and then as the reviews keep going, they get more and more helpful.
Yeah. Some of them are funny, some of them are not, but whatever.
Yeah,
Comedy.
We tally the score. I have lost once. I have only lost once. We have done this about a dozen times at this point. So
yeah, that's I can't even remember the score at this stage.
it doesn't matter.
Who
I'm
cares?
so far. Like I've only.
I'm winning so much it doesn't matter.
You've won against Adam once.
Yeah, and you.
I have won
and me
four
once.
times, but that's just winning in terms of like guessing it before anyone else. So that's how many times I have won.
I've won every time because I took part.
Yeah, I got a trophy on my wall. It
So I
says
think
Elle's a winner.
Participation award.
Elle, I think you did win one. Did you? I don't remember.
I think I
Or maybe
count
we
the
just
wins
gave you
as
pity.
the ones that I get.
Yeah, maybe we just
everyone else.
we gave you pity and just be like, I just host it next week because you're never gonna win.
Yeah, that's what
Adam-
I asked.
Adam got
I asked to
creamed,
host
though.
once because I never won and I wanted to host and I was tired of losing.
Yeah, because
Adam got annihilated
Yeah.
when he went against Nathan. That was fantastic.
Oh man, yeah, that was a blowout. Like, absolutely.
Wait, what was?
There was a couple like it was like a month and a half ago at this point. It was just Nathan and Adam doing it, and Adam just got freaking smoked. He just-
I wiped the floor with him.
Adam.
it was brutal.
Like,
and
first review-
Nathan's
first
like, "No, go
review
ahead,
out."
Adam. You give
Yeah.
the first guess."
Yeah.
Adam's
'Cause-
like, "Don't give me pity."
And yeah, he was annoyed at that. But then
God,
when
that was funny.
when it switched and it was my turn, I think I got it. Like because I was like, no, Adam, you go ahead,
Yeah.
you guess. and then it came to me and I got it and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
guess you
That
you
was
should have went
hilarious.
first.
that was so funny. Anyway,
Anyways,
let's
that's
do
in the
this.
past. This is the present. Get ready for Steam reviews, guys. Okay,
Maybe I will win.
all right, you guys all set?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so as Randy said, these are all horror reviews or horror games, and
Appropriate for Halloween,
yeah, for Halloween.
Woo!
Let's not
the
forget
upcoming holiday.
let's not forget how scary Christmas can be. You know, this weird guy comes into your house and leaves presents in a tree. It can be more terrifying. Anyways, it highlights the fact that home invasions still happen these days.
See, now I want to talk about Santa Claus, so we got to move on.
All right, okay, moving on. First game, first review. This is a very unhelpful review, by the way, so enjoy. Excellent tight gameplay, situated in some truly great level designs. Halloween events are a nice addition. Yeah, there you go. That's the first review.
Halloween
Super Meat
events
Boy.
are a nice addition.
No.
No, wait.
Ah, you said.
Crap. I already guessed.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Halloween events. Fuck. They're all horror games, you said, right?
Yep, they're all spoopy games.
Spoopy. These spoopy games. I don't know, like Costume Quest. That's not a horror game, but it's a Halloween game.
Also,
That's a good guess. But wrong.
no, it's not.
But wrong.
This is not a good guess.
You know what,
I-
Randy?
Like tight gameplay with level design.
You can go sit in syrup. How about that?
I don't. I've never heard that before. Is that a Bostonian thing?
You can go chug a gallon of gopher gravy.
What?
You can do that.
Moving on.
Alternately, you can go fuck yourself. How about that?
There we go. We all know
Now
that.
you're speaking my language.
All right. Next review is one of the best zombie games there is. Waiting
Left
for
4 Dead.
insert game title 2. Smiley face.
Left 4 Dead.
Well, I'm waiting for insert game title 2. So
Left 4 Dead.
it's not Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead 2 is already out. So.
I mean, they could have reviewed it after.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Well, now I know what. I have another guess.
Damn it. Okay, so it's a zombie game with tight controls, level designs, and Halloween events.
Uh-huh.
Ah, there's so many zombie games.
I don't know. It's, the Halloween events thing is now throwing me off. So
Yeah, I'm really bad at this game, guys.
just guess. I already guessed. Just guess.
I know, but now I'm like on the spot and I'm trying to think of a single zombie game.
I'll
Even
give
though
you
there
one.
are so many.
I'll give you one.
What is it? What is the one?
Does that mean you get the point if I give it to you?
Yes. You can just lose one.
No, I'm gonna hold on. To it.
We're gonna be here forever while I think of something.
Yeah, me.
Resident Evil's a zombie game.
But there's already Resident Evil 2.
Maybe this is Resident Evil.
It's a time capsule review, I'm sure.
It's Resident Evil the Revelations. The 2 has been announced. It's not out yet.
Oh, that's a good guess.
Oh.
But it's
Use
wrong.
that guess.
It's wrong.
No, all right, that's the one I gave to L.
There you
now
go.
it's mine.
All right, next review, I guess. Like Left 4 Dead, minus the zombies and the ceilings, plus the Aunt Jemima. What the fuck?
Wait!
I have no
it said it was
idea.
a zombie game and now this one says it's not a zombie game.
Yeah, that's a bit of a weird one.
I'm
Okay, I'm
still on-
going to skip that review because that was... what the fuck? Is Aunt
It's a
Jemima...
red herring.
Is Aunt Jemima the pancake thing? Or the syrup?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the pancake lady.
Oh, weird.
What was it?
No, wait. How many
idea.
reviews do you have left?
It's the last one, which I... This will
Read
be
it,
fun.
because I don't think...
Okay.
Yeah.
Everything is ugly in this. Oh, sorry. That's a review of this mirror I own. Okay. This game is actually fun if you know. Enjoy killing things, ugly things, on a floor.
On the floor.
Okay. Killing Floor.
Yay! Way to go.
So that was not what my original... Once you... Okay.
Yeah. I made sure to include it.
Killing floor.
Yeah, it's just...
So up until you said floor, I was thinking Dead Island.
I was thinking Dead Island, but I knew it wasn't Dead Island because that would... Dead Island
That didn't have Halloween events.
It
exactly.
definitely did not have excellent tight gameplay.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
Bullshit.
but I don't know if Killing Floor does either. It's up for debate, but whatever.
Yeah,
Moving on.
views are subjective, so whatevs. Alright, next game. 1 point to Randy. 1-0. Let's hope this trend doesn't continue. Come on, I'll set it up.
Cheer up.
How many games
Cheer
are there?
up, Al.
There are... so we just did one. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... There are 6 games left.
Holy crap! All right.
Yeah, I went all out because I'm nice like that. Alright.
Halloween. It's your favorite.
Yeah, spooky. Oh, I should have done all the reviews in a spooky accent.
No.
Yeah, you should have been like, this game has tight controls and mechanics.
Brilliant. Anyways, moving on. Next game, next review. This is actually probably the most informative review we've had yet. So I'm gonna split it up because the person does it in points. So it's like 5 points. So I'm gonna take
This is the whole review. The whole
Alright.
episode.
Yeah. Okay. First review. Number 1. This game preys on people with OCD. Number 2. I didn't know I could jam 1.5 bodies into a biohazard box, but maybe more if they're in smaller chunks. Number 3. I now know what my mother went through when cleaning up her house while I was growing up.
Wait. So is it? I don't remember the name of this game.
Yeah, me neither.
Can I describe it?
Shifty hands.
Do you want to take a guess of what it's called, maybe? Because I think you probably do know what it is.
Are there more points?
What do you mean? Oh, okay, I'll keep reading then.
Is the review still going?
There's like 3 more reviews. Or 2 more reviews, sorry. Okay, I'll keep going then.
I think it's that. I won't describe it if it's not what it is.
Alright, number 4. This must be what experienced serial killers have to go through on a regular basis in order to get rid of evidence.
This
Number
sounds
five.
like
Pretty
the
sure
best
this
game
is exactly
ever.
what I think it is.
But if you can't
But I
name
don't know
it,
what it's called.
I don't know. Google it maybe. I will allow a Google for both of you on the count of 3. Are you both prepared to Google fast?
No.
Okay.
I will be in a second.
All right. He's just Googling.
All right.
Right. Ellie, ready to start Googling?
No. Google is jumping up and down.
Okay. Just Bing it
I have
then.
a Mac. It does that thing where it just bounces in the dock.
All right, fine. I'll just Google.
I'm waiting. Okay. Last review was overstuffed the biohazard box with Gibbs. Tried to take it to the incinerator.
What is it called?
But hit a wall, knocked almost everything out, fell on the floor, splattered blood and guts everywhere. Went to clean up. I went to clean it up with my mop.
I Googled it.
Okay. Go ahead.
Is it, can I say it?
Yeah, you got it. You think you got it?
Unless this is not real.
Okay, go.
It's called Janitor Horror FPS Simulator. Viscera Cleanup.
Oh, yes. That's
Yeah!
Visceral
it.
cleanup.
I was like, janitor FPS.
Google!
Yeah.
That's it.
Thanks,
But
Could not.
Google.
It's not
I
called
could
that.
not remember the name of that.
Yeah, it's
game.
called Visceral Cleanup Detail.
I'm playing it. I love that idea. That's what I think about when I have to mop up at work. I just pretend that I'm the guy from Pulp Fiction with the car.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Oh, sorry.
Spoilers for this ancient movie that nearly
I
everyone's
haven't
seen.
seen it.
What?
Spoilers to me.
You haven't seen Pulp Fiction?
No, I
Not
haven't.
really a spoiler. It kind of is, but not really.
Spoilers.
It's not really a spoiler because the
Bruce Willis.
character isn't important.
It's not even Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis is in it.
Yeah, like forever ago when
was
he
like-
didn't even look like
And he
Bruce
was dead the whole time, right?
No, he's like a pigeon baby actor, actually.
I was kidding. I was making Go ahead.
He is. He's a pigeon baby. Like
I'll
Morgan
give it to
Freeman.
her because she Googled faster than me.
I did. I was
Power of
pretty
Google.
fast.
I couldn't even describe, game where you clean up. I couldn't even think of the words to use.
I just
to
typed
Google.
in cleaner horror game and it knew.
What?
Because I've been thinking about this kind of game forever. I was like, that would be a great game.
I figured the game is way more obscure than that.
I described this as a metaphor analog in my class yesterday. I was like, okay, how about a game where you clean up after murders and you're the cleaner? How about that? So I was already.
Well,
on the
I've got a
point.
game for you.
What?
It's
Is it
called
Viscera Cleanup?
Yes.
Wow, thanks, Randy.
This game does sound great, to be honest. It's just it's one of those things that the whole trend of
feel like it's
simulators
great.
coming out. It's great on
feel like
paper,
it's-
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's great for 35 seconds, and then, wait a minute, I'm just cleaning.
It's like The Simpsons, where Bart's like, "Come on, I want to play Yard Work Simulator." Well, when I ask you to play it, funny. Right, moving on. Next game, next review. One apiece. Way to go, guys! This is heating up.
Yeah.
Competition.
Nail biter.
Hot. All right, first review. 666 out of 666. There you go. Ooh. So obviously, 666 is a spooky number.
It is.
That's a specific spooky number.
Spooky.
That could be any scary game with Satan in it.
Doom 3.
No. Sorry.
Doom at all.
No,
Remove
like
the
I
three.
would accept. I would accept Doom anyways if that was the answer, but no, it's okay. That's not it. Yeah, that's the rule we have. If you don't get the sequel right.
I should have
Number.
just said Doom. I don't know why I said 3.
Yeah.
So I think 3 is the one with the devil stuff in it. I'm like, wait a minute. That's Doom.
Mm.
All right, good.
I don't know. I'm gonna say the evil within.
No, sorry. Okay, next review. just to be short, no bullshit. It's next review. All right, next review is. I gotta see. I'm using that notepad thing you get with Windows, and it's just like it breaks.
And it's garbage.
It breaks it up. So I'm like, is this one review or what? I don't know. Okay. You get to kill a guy with a saw using telekinesis. 10 out of 10. Would recommend to those under 12 with satanic urges.
Ooh. With a chainsaw, telekinetic chainsaw.
Yeah, I think
Such
Randy.
a guess.
I think Randy knows.
No, I don't.
Ah, I thought you did.
So did I.
El,
And I lost it.
do you have a guess?
A telekinetic chainsaw.
No. You kill a guy, like you have telekinesis, and you use.
You use the chainsaw with
Yeah.
telekinesis to kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant, but I don't know what it would be.
The saw has magical powers. It can lift things.
No, yeah, exactly. Though, like, why wouldn't you? Never mind. Shit, I don't know. I've never played a game where I can do that.
All right.
I played a
probably
game
have.
where I had telekinesis and I could shoot someone with it, but not a chainsaw.
I think the next game might give it away. Or next review.
Next
might give it
review.
away. Do you want to press on? No guesses?
Yeah.
All right. Legendary no guess round. Wow. This is one for the record books. Moving on.
I mean, I could come up with bad guesses. I have bad guesses, but I'm not going to.
I guess. Yeah, well, I said that before, and you like fucking took the piss out of me for. Oh, why are you wasting the
Vampire
turn?
the Masquerade.
Oh, okay.
I played that yesterday.
Yeah, I really want to play that game. It looks really cheesy and great.
So it's not this
It's
one.
No,
actually
it's not.
good.
All right. There
Can we
you
talk
go.
about it
Bad
after
guess.
the reviews?
It's not a bad guess.
Yes, it is.
It's a good guess. All guesses are good. There you go.
What was your guess?
Super Mario Brothers.
Ooh, that is a good guess.
Oh yeah, when Super Mario kills Luigi with a saw.
No, Luigi's
should.
the one who
Luigi
has
sucks.
to kill.
Hey.
Fuck you!
Luigi's great.
No.
Luigi's the best. Mario's just a loser. He's
He's
just
the loser that does all the work.
Well, that's
You're right.
because the game likes him better.
Yeah.
They give him more stuff.
I mean,
to
yes,
do.
he's a fictional character. In this case, every fictional character is forgivable because the author made them that way.
It's propaganda. Everyone's pro Mario. Everyone should be pro Luigi as well. Come on, guys. They're
He's the
brothers. They work together.
sensitive one.
Now, for some reason, I'm just picturing Mario on the Obama posters that say change. I don't know why.
Just as,
He's Manolo. He's like a sweet boy who probably plays a
Need to
guitar.
I'll
I bet
promise
he
to clean
loves
up at the
Peach
stand.
too,
All right,
but he
let's
doesn't
move on.
get any love.
Oh, Luigi's
Yes.
a sweet kid. I'm sure. Anyways, next review. It's like a Hitman game, but as a little kid with supernatural powers and whose father is the Satan.
Oh,
Lucius?
damn it! I know what this is. It's the one with
Lucius?
Damien.
Yeah, Randy got it. Sorry.
That's the
said-
one
said
it is.
Yeah, I know. I did hear you, but
I've said it twice.
I
so
know.
it's-
I because even though Ella
No,
would be
but
like,
I mean, like,
Lucius, I'm like, yeah, Randy got it.
This is big for me because I actually know that one.
But I did too.
Yeah, fuck you, Randy. I'm not saying you shouldn't have gotten it. I'm just saying, oh, this is a big moment because it's one that I actually knew.
I feel bad.
And
man.
it's like,
well, not really.
it's
But
like
You should have
my
said the
heart.
name of the game instead.
No,
of
I didn't
got
know,
all
and
excited.
I'm not saying that you shouldn't have won. I'm just like talking to myself, being like, oh, hey, I actually knew this one.
should have been quicker. Anyways,
I'm not fucking what next review.
Whoa,
you played it?
No,
Elle,
I didn't.
No need to be so salty. Randy's he won fair and square. Come on. It's okay.
I'm not saying.
All right. So
No,
yeah,
I didn't play
The
it.
answer was Lucius. So have you guys played Lucius?
No, yes, he played it, and he said it was not that good, but I wanted
I-
to play it because it sounded cool.
All I
yeah,
remember are the pictures of the, like, you said scary demon child. I remember
Yeah.
the pictures on Steam that had a scary demon child that said Lucius in front of it. That is all I know about it.
It sounds like a really cool game, but it just plays like shit because all it is,
Yeah.
it's a Hitman game where you just have to come up with creative ways to kill people, and it's just you just get to play as the kid.
I'm not big on Hitman.
From okay,
Yeah.
well I like Hitman. I like the puzzle element to it, but yeah, it's cool. You get to ride around a big mansion in a big tree wheel. What do you call those? Big wheels? What do you call them?
What?
Tricycle?
A tricycle.
Yeah.
But wait, the toy ones, like
Yeah,
the Fisher
yeah,
Price.
yeah.
Yeah, those are big wheels.
Yeah.
Wait, how old is this kid?
It's
I thought he
gotta
was
be
like
like
13.
4.
How old is the kid, or how old is the game?
How old is the kid in the game? The age of the kid.
I'm
Does he
pretty
look like he was like 12?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he-
looks a lot older than to be able to ride a big wheel.
hold on.
Or shouldn't, anyway. Even if he's, for some reason, small for his age, he shouldn't be running around if he's 12.
I mean, especially if he's Satan.
Oh, he's 6. He's 6 years old.
Okay, that's a little better.
Yeah. It's basically the Omen game where you just have
Yeah,
this...
that's what I was thinking.
I was thinking The Omen, and then when you said the big wheel, I was thinking The Shining.
Yeah, that's what I like about it because like
Even that kid looked a little too old to be on a big wheel.
I mean, I feel like I still think 6 is kind of too big for a big wheel. Like at that
Yeah.
point, you can ride a regular tricycle
well, he's small
or a
enough.
bike with training wheels.
But you can't ride the bike around the house. You can ride a big wheel around the house. So.
I mean, you shouldn't.
Yeah, I guess. There's stairs. Come on.
There's stairs, you
Hurt
knock
yourself.
stuff over. Like, don't be a reckless little boy. Stop. I mean, you can throw chainsaws telekinetically at people, but
Lucius, come on.
did you put this chainsaw through this guy's chest? I don't see anyone else around here.
No, Papa.
Oh, Dad.
All right, so if I go ask your sister, she's going to say that she did it.
Belphegor. She's like, no. She's reading a magazine, like chewing gum. Dad, go away.
Dad, I'm not telekinetic. You say, all right. Go
I'm
get
on
my,
the phone
go get
with
my
a
belt,
daddy.
Lucius.
Go
God,
away.
Christmas there would be awful. That would just be the worst. If you get the wrong fucking present, you are just done for. Now you're just hanging out a ceiling.
That is a
Wrong.
Twilight Zone episode right there, is what you just described. It's actually, I'm pretty sure The Simpsons spoofed it.
Oh yeah, the one with the.
Bart has the magic
powers.
power to do whatever he wants, so everyone's super nice to him.
And the ball is turning into a giant fat guy. That was a good episode.
All right,
Yeah.
2 Simpsons references in this one
Boom!
podcast.
Yeah, this is my kind of podcast. Yeah, the Simpsons have done everything with like Twilight Zone because I've heard of Twilight Zone episodes and then hear, oh, that was on The Simpsons. I was like, well, you know,
Yeah.
everything comes from
All
somewhere.
right, we got 4
You know,
games left, so
nothing is
let's
original these
get
days,
going.
so, yeah.
Yeah, it's already been like an hour.
No, it hasn't, but
Well, I mean, it's been like half an hour, but it's been an hour since we were supposed to start.
yes.
Oh well. Next game. Moving on. Rapido. Right. So that's my
Rapido.
Rapido. Oh, sorry, Rapido.
Rapido.
Rapedophile.
Who's a
What?
pedophile? They say pedophile in America. Maybe you should move there.
we say pedophile, and I think Randy is like you don't get that at all that we pronounce it differently because we were saying to Adam, we were saying like, oh, we say pedophile, and he's like, no, it's pedophile, and it's like, wait, what?
No, that's exactly like that episode of the IT Crowd with the guy's name is Peter File, but they say his name fast, so it's pedophile.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, who's a pedophile? And
then-
they're like,
yeah,
they say
it's
pedophile in
so
America.
funny.
You should move
is
there. And
hilarious.
he's like, oh.
And then he's like, there's an announcement at the airport. Pedophile.
Oh, yeah.
We're looking
I'm
for
pedophile.
I'm pedophile.
Pedophile here. It's me. I'm pedophile. And all the women are like staring and holding
Yeah.
their children.
Moving on.
Anyways, IT crap, check it out. Okay, next game, next review. Cap to 30 frames. One of those games that uses terrible colored symbols, in brackets numbers, instead of proper controller Xbox 360 prompt. Good game though. Panty shots.
Oh!
Shots.
Panty shots.
Turns every 7 out of 10 game into an 8 out of 10 game. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
I'll say Resident Evil 4.
No.
Resident Evil.
That's one of the
Four
games
was
I
the one I
thought
was
of that
thinking.
had panty shots.
Well, that and
4,
I remember
5,
the original
6.
crappy PC port, but I guess the Steam version is pretty good. So
Shit. Oh, I had a guess, but it's not on Xbox.
I know another game that's locked at 30 that I'm currently playing. I mean, not right this second, but
Shit, I don't even know any games that are matching up with this. Honestly. Shit.
I can't think of any panty shots in that game.
Yeah.
Okay, this game's also on PS3 and Xbox 360. If that's any
It's on.
use to
Is
use.
it on the new gen consoles?
No, this game is over.
Only-
It's. I'll tell you the date for the next review when it came out.
Okay, I'm just gonna guess.
Sure.
Is it Fatal Frame?
Nope.
There is some.
I don't think that's on Steam, is it?
Yeah, I don't think it is. I'm not sure.
Oh, see! Damn it! I don't
Yeah,
know.
it was a good guess. It was.
I'm not even sure it's on PS3 or Xbox.
All right,
360,
next
to be
review.
honest with
It is. I looked it up and I have it on PS3.
Oh, good God! I would not touch that with a 10-foot pole. I swear to Christ. Just get that fucking thing out of here.
Why
I-
you don't like?
I
you don't like ghosts?
hate horror games.
You
He
don't
doesn't like
like
being scared.
camera angles that show off like exactly where ghosts are for half a second and then go away, so that you can like try and take a picture of them and then they disappear and you're like, oh fuck.
I would
I've never
much
played
rather
Fatal Frame.
sit on a giant tack for half an hour than fucking
A giant
a
tack? Like, how big
giant
is a
tack.
tack?
Like this could
Like one that goes
this could
into your
pierce.
rectum, or
You mean like a
this-
dildo,
no, this is-
basically? A sharp dildo?
I meant,
yeah, I'm picturing
A
a
sharp
spike. at
anal
this point.
plug?
ouch. There's got to be a market for those out there, I'm sure.
Oh, there is.
I meant like a butt cheek. Like, ah, my butt cheek. Not, ow, my
Okay,
butt.
but how big is this tack though?
Um,
Because if it's big enough, then it's going to do more than just.
Then it's
poke
gonna
your butt
change
cheek.
the
It's gonna-
game
it's
that
gonna
I
do-
decide.
that's
Yeah, that's really what it comes down to. Depending how big this thumbtack is, it changes my guess.
okay. I could say something more serious. I would rather pull off all my hangnails than play.
Ow.
Like, now, yeah, there you go.
Wait, so this is actually the review?
No.
Oh,
This is absolute. This is me. This is my review. Okay?
This is you
My
saying
fatal
that you would
frame.
not.
I would rather pull off my hangnails.
Oh,
than play this
I
fucking
thought this
game.
was the next review.
No,
Yeah,
it
like
is not,
that.
it's not.
No, I thought that was Nathan
It
saying
is
he didn't
not.
want to play Fatal Frame, and then L's like, "Oh, what? Oh, yeah, I guess that could be the next review. This game could suck."
Okay, here is the actual review. By the way, I said I'd give you the date when this game came out. This game
Well,
came out.
wait, just
I'll give you the
read
year.
the review first.
Okay, fair enough. Right. Here's the review. Shot my mother in the head, then watched her body being contorted and malformed. Console score 8 out of 10, final score 8.5 out of 10. That's the 2 reviews. So, I'll read it again. Shot my mother in the head, then watched her body being contorted and malformed. Console score 8 out of 10, final score 8.5 out of 10.
Console score?
Yeah, because the guy probably...
Console version?
Yeah.
Well, why would you go on Steam and review the console version?
Yeah, that's a weird one. Someone's just like, oh, better go to the store.
Alright, I guess I do need the year.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you a bit more information because that was not entirely helpful at all. Okay, so the release date for this game, in all its glory, is September 30th, 2008.
Silent Hill Homecoming.
Yeah, you got it. Very good.
Really?
Yeah. That was a tough one because there was very few reviews on it. I was thinking, I gotta throw Silent in here somewhere.
Can't remember that game at all.
I never
So,
finished Silent Hill Homecoming, so
I
I
played
don't
that
know
game
if you
through
ever
entirety.
shoot your mother in the face.
I don't recall shooting my mother in my face. In my face. That's
But you
right.
just remembered the year?
Yes. I remember going to the store to pick it up.
Mama!
And I remember, well, when she when I also remember that the PC version, which came out relatively recently, was poor. So, yeah.
You guys were meant to join in with my Queen sing along, so I'm disappointed. Thank
I
you.
don't sing along to Bohemian Rhapsody. It's a personal preference.
Why?
Because whenever I go to karaoke, 10 people always sing it.
Yeah, that's I've never been to like a
it's
big
like,
karaoke bar or anything, but I can imagine that is the go-to song.
That song
It
is
is.
the giant Chinese buffet of music because you have everything in that song. You've got like a ballad, you got a rock, you got opera in that.
Yeah, it gets kind of heavy at the end.
Yeah, you got everything you want.
Nothing really matters.
It's a great song.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's just, it's
classic.
a great song the first, 1,000 times you hear it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Growing up
The
in a
next
small
8
town with
million,
idiots.
it's like, wow.
Yeah,
Growing up in a small town with idiots.
that's
that don't wanna
everyone
listen to
over
new
small
music.
town idiots.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't really have that issue.
it's-
Everyone always listened to freaking new garbage. It's all horrible.
it's one of those games that gets brutally murdered every time it's played in a karaoke bar, and that people is the true horror.
I just wish that, the people who tried, put it on for their karaoke song
We're good.
were, good singers. It's like a rule. No, you can't be a good singer if you sing it, apparently. You
Yeah.
have to be like, Mama!
But
Oh,
see, the point is,
to me to make you cry.
oh man,
If I'm not beggar stop.
some range.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Yeah, the thing is, usually when people are in karaoke, everyone's pissed, everyone's drunk, no one cares. Not pissed off, pissed as in pissed drunk.
I care.
Well, okay, everyone except L cares, doesn't care, whatever. I remember going up time for karaoke and singing.
You're a music student.
Well, that's why it
were.
bothers me. When people try to... And it's not even I don't care if people are not good at karaoke, because it's karaoke. You can do whatever you want. I'm not here to judge you. But it's just... I've heard Bohemian Rhapsody. This is the 4th time tonight I've heard it. I don't want to hear it again. Can't you sing something else?
Hold on. L, is your volume getting adjusted when we talk?
Yes.
So wait, your mic volume goes down when we talk?
No, I'm just sitting far away from the microphone.
No, I feel like when she was talking, when one of us were talking, she seemed quieter than both of us. So I thought maybe it was the same thing that was going on with you a couple weeks ago.
Don't know.
Hope
No,
not.
I mean, my
Moving on.
volume is pretty standard. It
Anyways,
hasn't,
we'll keep pushing on. We'll probably take a break after this because this is a long ass segment. Okay. Yeah, I was just gonna say when I did karaoke a while back, I went up and sang "Total Eclipse of the Heart." And some random dude came on stage with me and sang it with me, and I was like, "Whoa, okay." It was like
I don't know about that.
The greatest singer.
That's a good song.
That's weird though.
It's weird.
Yeah, you didn't invite him up. He just came up.
Well, he was waiting in line, and then I kind of like I was just singing.
Did you wave him up?
No,
Or was you
no,
like,
he,
"Ah,
just
come on
came,
up
he
here."
came up and he started singing, and it was just like, okay,
No,
this
that's not okay.
This is happening.
That's rude. It's your moment.
Yeah.
Hey, it was our
Wait
moment.
for your own moment, Mr. Drunk Man.
Yeah,
I
was
hate
he
when
drunk?
people do that.
No, I
It's-
don't think he was. He was a really nice guy.
No, so he's just no, he's not.
No, he was.
took-
He
no.
was a nice guy.
Like, it's fine if you want to sing too. Like, that's why you're in the audience. But like, don't come up on stage. It's not your moment. People,
Oh,
a
God.
lot of people go to karaoke like to have that moment because like they're not, they're not celebrities and they want to have like
I
their
didn't
own
care.
song.
I didn't care.
I mean, some people do care though.
But
I have
I was,
no
I was happy.
desire.
I was happy at this random dude just join me and make the song even funnier because, like, I was just.
Well, that's nice then. But
Yeah.
some people are like, they don't like it. And I
I
feel
have
like it's
no
kind of mean
desire.
when people just like
Yeah.
jump up and are like, I'm singing. No, I'm singing. And you're like, oh, hey.
He got up and sang like the filthiest rap song I've ever heard on the karaoke. I can't remember what it was, but it was just like F-bombs and N-words.
I'm surprised that they had that.
Yes, it
Because
was
a lot of karaoke places, filter what they have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason they pick Bohemian Rhapsody a lot of the time is because, like, well, it's kind of all they have because they try to keep it clean.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
I'd love to go to karaoke in Japan. That'd be
Moving
great.
on.
That'd be great fun. Anyways, next game, next review. The score is 3-1. Randy taking the lead. Here we go. A must buy. I mean a must buy game. Stay away from this. 0.5 out of 10.
Ugh.
Isn't that the
0.5.
shitty-
That's kind of
the
generous.
shittiest
I'm just imagining
pun?
somebody like saying that in real life, like you just said it, like writing it as they type,
Yeah.
like saying it out loud, like,
Patting themselves
I
on the
mean,
Ah, so funny. Jesus.
He probably worked on that.
Mm.
That's one where he's sitting there like, oh,
Yeah,
how do I?
he's got everything. He's got wordplay, sarcasm, all the good shit. So yeah,
0.5.
yeah, and review score 0.5.
All right, we're obviously going to need more than that, so.
All right. Okay. Terrible.
Unless you have a
Oh,
guess.
do you want to guess?
All right, moving on. Next review.
Next review. Terrible. Just terrible. Start that again. Terrible. Just terrible. I literally wish I had bought air control instead of paying money for this. Words just can't describe how bad this game is.
I'm trying to think of really crappy, unbelievably awful Halloween-themed games.
Well,
I'm struggling.
Okay, it's horror games, not so much
Horror,
Halloween.
that's what I meant.
Yeah, okay. I was
Halloween appropriate.
yes, exactly.
And I'm struggling.
All right. The last review is probably the most helpful review. If I can just verify it. Because,
Worse than air control?
yeah. You've seen air control in action,
Yeah,
right?
I have. That's why I'm kind of confused.
Okay, this will probably give it away. Well, it's an indication of when the game came out. Probably the worst game to come out this side of the first half of 2013. So there you go. Worst game, first half of 2013. So
Yeah, that was a year and a half ago. I don't know.
well, yeah, you're talking January to May to June. So yeah, I could probably look up hints for it if you want.
Yeah.
Sure. You guys know it's okay. It's one of the worst games that came out in 2013.
I'm thinking like Ride to Hell.
Ride to Hell?
It's not Right to Hell. It's the other Right to Hell.
Highway
Oh.
to Hell? That's a good game.
Quick, no,
Wait.
it's not Right to Hell. I'm saying it's
What's that? Is it based on a movie?
no, yeah, it no. How to describe this? It's based on a franchise on the movie.
Oh. So it's not R.I.P.D.
Oh
That's
God,
it.
no.
R.I.P.D.
It
didn't
is.
see that.
Yeah, it looked bad, like really bad. It's a game based on a popular sci-fi series.
No kidding.
Oh.
Yeah, wait,
I'm just going to start guessing then. Battlestar Galactica.
no,
Star Trek.
no.
Star Trek, the horror game.
Uh,
The X-Files.
No. Oh my God, guys. These are awful.
is it known more for its moviness?
No.
So when you say sci-fi series, you mean
Okay. People
television series.
No, people bought it. Yeah, it's a movie series. People bought it because it's kind of like the movie.
Saw.
No.
No. I'm so
Sci-fi.
Oh right, sci-fi.
Sci-fi. You know when
I get
Jigsaw
so
goes up
excited,
into
I
space.
just shout things. I'm like, Dragon Tales, you guys. Like,
Do you want to play a game?
but Saw did come out kind of within the last few years, and it was a horror game based on a franchise. So I
It was
just
like
assumed.
09.
All
It was
right,
a while ago.
here we go. I'm gonna read out
It's
the
not
critical...
Alien versus Predator, right? No, because that came out like more than that was not a game, was it? Yes, it was. It was a game, but it was a few years ago.
You're close.
Anyway. Oh, am I? Is it Predator? Is it
Freddy
Alien?
versus Jason.
Oh, you're in the... It's close enough. Close. Getting there. You're near enough.
Wait.
You're so close. You can almost taste it. It's
Me?
almost... Yeah.
Alien versus Predator, Alien Resurrection, Alien shit, fucking...
You can just say Alien or Predator or Alien versus Predator. All of those are franchises, and all of those would get you the point if they were correct.
But...
Colonial Marines, then?
Oh, thank you, Randy. Good.
Okay.
God. That was painful.
No.
Man,
Yeah, so I forgot when that came out, I
okay.
guess. I thought that was a while ago.
Ooh.
But you
Man,
said I was so
Alien Isolation came out
close.
that close to Colonial Marines? That is a ballsy move.
Wait, Colonial Marines was a series?
No,
It was...
it's based on aliens.
What?
Jesus, my heart.
I should have gotten a point for that. But I didn't.
But you
You were
weren't
saying
even in the
Alien-
realm
no,
of
no,
thinking that game, though.
This is...
You were thinking...
Yeah, this is the kind of game
you were
where
just
you have to
shouting
get a
out
specific
series.
game.
See, that's why I don't like this game.
See, the
I
thing
don't
is...
like getting things specific.
Was the
If it
game
was- if it
even
was
remotely
Aliens
in your
1.
mind when you said it?
Yeah, you were just listening.
Or were you just shouting out series?
Well, because you said I was so close, I got really excited, and then I was like, "Oh shit!" And then when
You were
the pressure
close.
was on, and then I didn't know, and I just
Well,
lost it.
the rule is, if it's a numbered franchise and you just say it, then you get away with it. But this is a named franchise.
Yeah, this is a specific game. Like, this isn't a sequel or whatever. Like, this is...
I'll be honest. I'm trying to get you to win here, but
I know.
I mean, you
Just
can't...
not-
For example, if Shadow of Mordor was one of the games, you can't say Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
That doesn't count.
I
Like,
know
would-
that.
All right,
I know.
last two reviews for giggles because why not?
Wait.
Because you basically won. The L can't win.
Yeah, like she mathematically can't win anymore.
No, she can get. She can.
I could win by
Get
a
three. You
three
can get
point
all
three
is right
three
in the
three
world.
three
It's
three
it's
three three
4-1.
three three.
Yeah, you can get 4-3 if you really believe you might get it. All right, next game. Next
If I
review.
leave,
Pros: not scary when there's no monsters nearby. Cons: there's monsters everywhere. All the dead people have real ding dongs. 10 out of 10.
Is that what? Wait, say it again.
Okay. Pros: not scary when there's no monsters nearby. Cons: there's monsters everywhere. All the dead people have real ding dongs. 10 out of 10.
I'll guess
Sure.
Outlast.
No.
There's no monsters in that. Wait, yes, kind of are. That's what I was.
I've
That's
never
what I was
played
gonna
Outlast.
guess too, and then I didn't because I was like, wait, monsters. Though.
I never played Outlast. I have a different guess.
It's probably
But
the other
It's not my
guess.
turn.
Al, do you want to take a step?
No, that was gonna be my guess. Everybody has real ding dongs. I don't know.
Like modeled
I'm,
penises.
Sure.
I'm gonna say the Evil Within again because that's a horror game that's current that has monsters.
Yeah. I don't know if there's any ding dong in that. I can't verify that. Randy,
know.
I can.
is there ding dongs in that game?
No.
Okay.
Moving on.
What's
Next
your other
review.
guess, Randy?
I
I was waiting until you hear
Yeah,
the other
sir.
review. I might change my mind.
was constipated all week. Then I played this game. Hashtag instant leave. 10 out of 10. Would recommend this game to anyone with severe bowel movement dysfunctions.
I was going to say Amnesia.
Yarp. It's Amnesia.
Oh.
Machine for Pigs?
It was just
Or the first one?
The first one. So just Amnesia. All right.
That was gonna be. You're not gonna believe me. That was gonna be my guess after you. Said.
No way.
Fine. You don't have to
You
believe
should
me.
have said it then.
No, I mean after you rated the review, but Randy
Well, you should have
goes
said
first.
that.
Yeah, you
on
should
the
have
next-
just went for it. Trust.
No, but
trust
Randy
yourself.
goes first.
No, it's
it's
whoever.
has the guess.
There's no politeness in this game. Yeah, if you know it, just yell it out.
Oh.
No
Don't you remember, like, a lot of the times I make the guess before the question's even done because
Yeah.
I want to be the first one.
It's been 8,000 years since we did this.
All right.
It's like Ivan Ooze. Been locked away.
Final game, final review.
He missed the Brady Bunch reunion, which always bothered me because he also missed the Brady Bunch. So how does he know that there's a reunion? Yeah, Power Rangers movie talk right there.
I wouldn't mind seeing Power Rangers movie.
That's pretty good.
Anyways, last game.
Next.
I'll fire through these reviews because why the hell not? I infected the Middle East with peace. Peace sign out of 10. Teaches kids. What is it?
Pandemic.
Is
that what it's called?
Epidemic. Yeah, I'll give it to you because it is.
Pandemic is the Newgrounds game, isn't it? Is it on Steam?
Yeah, but it's based on that.
It's basically that.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, the other reviews are teaches kids about geography, biology, and an inevitable planetary extinction. 10 out of 10. Ebola Sim 2014. 10 out of 10.
So what's the game called?
It's actually called Plague Inc. Semicolon involved. So.
Oh, all right. Okay.
So I was going to give it to you because there's no way like anyone would get that. So.
I couldn't remember the name.
Yeah.
I actually thought that thing was called Pandemic.
I like how once I like gave up and like accepted the fact that I was gonna lose. These were the ones that I knew. I was like, oh, good, of course.
Wait, did you know it was Plague Inc?
No, I knew it was Pandemic though.
But I said that already.
I know, but if I had said it, I would have. Never mind. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't count. Like you have to say it before me. Like that.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying like, oh, it's ironic that like now that I know I was gonna lose, I was like, oh, these are the ones that I knew.
Shout them out there if you think you know it, if you're confident. Just shout it out.
I'm not confident.
You gotta believe in yourself, though.
I know.
All right. So that about wraps up Steam reviews. Randy.
Isn't there one more?
No, that's it. Randy
Was that it?
takes it home.
Yay.
6-1 victory. Well done, Randy.
Oof, brutal.
Yeah, really bad.
You should
Vicious.
clean up that viscera.
Yeah, really.
Thanks.
It's fitting. That's the one I got.
Yeah, it kind of is. You want to be the one that cleans up the viscera. There you go.
I do enjoy the fact that you won that because you were faster at Googling. Or you Googled the right words.
It's true. That is exactly right. I will take my one win. Add it to
Expert
my small pile.
Googler.
Yeah, because it's not like I didn't know it. I just didn't know what the name of the game was.
You can't even let me have one fake win.
No, you can have it. You can have it.
Enjoy your one.
I'm taking it I'm taking it back to my magpie nest of like.
I'll give you 2 more if you want, as long as I'm the one in the record books. You can have Plague Inc. and whatever the one before that was.
Where's Amnesia?
All right.
All right.
No, I want Space Marines. I want.
Do you guys want a
Marines
break? Is that Nathan was getting at? That he kind of wants a break.
Yes.
No, I was just saying if you want to do a break to readjust or sort your shit out.
Not really.
I need to do a break to fix my
What do you
my
need?
Audacity.
What's wrong with your Audacity?
I'll tell you in the break.
Oh,
Guess we're taking a break.
all right.
Well, okay.
See you guys after these messages.
There's not going to be any messages.
Here's one. Give me money, please. Link in description.
All right, we're back from break. Elle, what have you been doing? What do you want to talk about?
I've been playing Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines recently.
Oh, no kidding. I heard that
Yes, you did.
a few seconds ago.
Yeah.
So I acted like I didn't know, but I actually knew.
Wow. So how do you feel about that?
I'm all right. Getting by.
Have either of you guys played it?
Yes, I played about half of it.
Oh, yeah. What class did you play?
I don't remember.
What? What did you look like?
I want to say a hot lady.
Oh, there are a few of those.
But I think that was part of the... Or maybe it was a... All right, let me see what I remember about it. Because the opening seconds of your character are different, right? Like you start off and there's a little moment.
The one I'm playing, they all start the same. It's you like having sex with another person, and they turn you into a vampire.
Does everyone start like that?
Yeah.
Are you
it's
sure?
all either a girl or a boy. Yeah, in this game it is. In
I thought it was
Bloodlines
part of
it
the
is.
class.
No, in Bloodlines, I mean, all the ones I've played have been the same.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't played a certain
I thought it was
classes
based
yet,
on
so.
your background or whatever. Because there's ones there are classes in there that are like crazy people, so I can't picture them banging in it.
No,
the
class I'm playing as right now. In the beginning, they are like, "Oh, do you want to pick your class, or do you want to like have it picked for you with this weird personality test thing?"
I feel like it was the upper class vampire that I played with.
Oh, like
I feel like
Imperial
I
or whatever?
homeless people or something.
Yeah, that's a Imperial or no, Imperial's a dragon. It's like one of the fancy ones.
Yeah, I think that's what I played.
Oh yeah, they have the same opening scene. They just fuck, and then they get turned into a vampire, and then they turn into an asshole.
Yeah.
Which makes it like way sadder in my opinion, because the class I played as Like, they give you, like, a personality test, and they're like, oh, you should be this one, but you can change it if you want. So I got Malkavian, which are, like, the crazy-ass ones that, like, talk in riddles and stuff.
Are they
have,
the
like,
ones that see different dialogue or have different dialogue options or whatever?
Yeah, and they, like...
So you know that they reveal the plot?
Yes!
I looked this up. Apparently if you play as that class, they have dialogue options that spoil the end of the game.
Yeah, they spoil a lot of stuff, actually.
That's crazy.
But you don't notice them unless you played it before, in my experience.
I know that, but if there's the options there, and then you're like, hey, you know what? It puts it in your mind. I don't know how I feel about that.
Like, there's one where, like, they'll refer to a few characters by, like, a certain name, and the name, like, is of a Greek god that if you knew anything about the Greek god would totally give away the plot twist about that character.
I feel like there
They're
should
like,
be
"Whoa!"
a warning
Or Roman,
before you select
not
that
Greek.
class. Say this is not recommended for new players, and this is why, or whatever.
I like it, though, because, like, I played as a Toreador and a Tremere and the Imperial one, the fancy one. And I was like, this is kind of boring. They're all the same. And then I played as Malkavian, and, like, every time you talk to someone, they're like, oh, fuck, are you a Malkavian? Like, oh, shit. Like, I hate talking to you guys. And I'm like, tell me a tale as the inside spill to the skies. And they're like, God damn it. Like... just wanted to talk to someone, and I'm like, and I'm just laughing.
What do you think about that game?
I like it a lot. It's actually really fun.
Is this the first time you've played it?
Like, relatively. Like, I've played the tutorial a few times, like, trying to pick a character I like.
Being
but
guided by Bender?
I know! Every time I'm like, it's Bender!
It sounds more like Marcus Phoenix in this game, but yeah.
God damn Sabatos! And you're like, honey. He's nice, though. He's my friend. I like him.
Yeah, that game's cool. It's kind of buggy.
Yeah, it is.
More than a little buggy, actually. It's pretty messed up. And there are fan patches out there that help, but it's still not perfect. And the combat is god-awful. Mm-hmm. It is bad,
even with
bad,
all, like,
bad.
the upgrades you can get, it's really difficult.
Oh, boy. It's rough.
That's why I like
melee
being
combat
Malkavian.
especially is...
You can turn
vomit
invisible and, like, disappear, so you don't have to fight as much.
Yeah, but everything else about that game I like a lot. I really like the setting. I think it's based on an established lore, but
yeah, it's really lore-y.
It's a cool setting. It's a cool premise. The options you have to solve all the quests, there are quite a few. It's not like a this or that sort of situation. There's a lot of ways to get, which is I really like that a lot. And like because my character was hot, I was able to seduce my way through a lot of quests. That's cool.
Yeah, like
Dusty, stop sneezing.
Malkavians have this thing, I guess, where like if they can like infect people with hysteria. So like there are all these options where somebody would like run up to me and be like, "Hey, you! Like you're in trouble. I'm gonna yell at you," and then I would just start laughing, and then they would start laughing, and then we would both just like maniacally laugh, and they're like, "I forgot what I was doing here," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know. See you later."
Yeah.
Or like if you play as, like, a hot lady, there are, like, these, things where you have to, like, go in and fight a bunch of people, but if you can just, like, seduce them, then you don't have to do anything, like... Mm-hmm. Oh, because I remember talking to a prostitute, and she was like, "Hey, honey, you looking for a date?" And I was like, "Yes. How much will your services lighten my purse?" And she was like, $50. And I was like, that's a ripoff. And then I got a bunch of levels and increased my appearance, and I went up to her and she's like, "I don't get girls as cute as you very often. How about 40?" And I was like, damn, moving up in the world apparently. Like,
the rough thing about that game and many others like it is that you can easily cripple your character. You can have a lot of useless talent points. Like the sex appeal thing I got because I thought like, oh, that'd be useful. I could seduce a lot of it doesn't really come up that often, and you have all these points spent into this skill that's barely benefits you at all, and meanwhile you suck at combat because you you know what I mean, like that. Yeah. Hey Nathan, this might be right up your alley lately with the Dragon Age stuff.
Yeah, it's fun.
And it'd probably run on your computer.
Yeah, to live in a crappy apartment in Santa Monica. It's perfect. It's my life. You're a vampire who lives in Santa Monica.
I've heard of this game before, definitely. The whole team about like, I just remember that specific detail where you're like, you could eat homeless, or you drink homeless people's blood or some shit like that. But
yeah, but it's tainted. It's not as pure.
Yeah, that sounds really like I don't think I've ever played a really vampire RPG, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
but the vampireness is kind of secondary in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, there is the overarching plot of the vampire.
Oh.
It's not traditional vampire sort of stuff. It's like cool underground vampire, like underworld vampire, not
Yeah, gross. Yeah.
not like
Everyone's wearing leather. It's like
kind of
listens to techno.
Literally. That's
And-
exactly how it is.
yeah, and there's the like these rules set in place that the masquerade. You can't break the masquerade because people can't find out about the vampire covenant or whatever.
Yeah.
So you have to follow these certain guidelines. You can't kill people when you eat them. You can only drink them, and it's really hard.
Unless they're like attacking you, then you can.
Yeah, unless it's self-defense, you can't kill people.
Mm.
Yeah,
Well, you can. It takes away part of your humanity, and then you
Yeah.
start frenzying, and it's really bad and dangerous.
Yeah, and if any of this stuff is seen by the general public, it can ruin not ruin the reputation, but it could reveal that vampires exist. And
Yeah, and you only have like so many strikes before you get in trouble.
there was somewhere along the line in that game that I just got bored. I don't know where the overarching plot, overarching plot, just lost it for me. That I just didn't care what happened.
Yeah.
I don't even remember. I can barely remember the plot as it is. I remember the opening quite a bit, and I remember a bunch of side quests, especially in the strip club and stuff like that. But
Oh yeah, with that girl, that actress that plays every character and everything.
which one is it?
The girl who plays Jeanette.
The like schoolgirl looking thing
Yeah,
that's on the cover.
that one, the Malkavian girl who always flirts with you.
Yeah. What is she? Who does she play?
I know. I just as soon as I heard her, I was like, "Oh, that voice actress has played so many people." Let me look it up.
Is it
Jeanette
Jennifer
Vorman, I think, is her name.
I don't know who that is.
She's Grey Delisle, apparently. Oh, maybe she's not. I thought she was like Tara Reid or something. But now I'm realizing I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, that game's cool. Are you gonna finish it?
Yeah, I think so. I had never played it. It's like this kind of game where like I had never played it, and then as soon as I started playing it, I was like, why have I never played this? Like, this is so right up my alley. And then when I tell people, like, oh, I started playing that, they're like, really? I love that game. Like, people that are, like, my really close friends, or, like, even my boyfriend, I'm like, I love this. I started playing this game. And he's like, oh, my God, are you playing as a Malkavian? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, I knew it. And, like, stuff like that.
I feel like it's like Deus Ex, almost.
Yeah.
Not even almost. It is like Deus Ex quite a bit. Mm-hmm. In that there are multiple ways that you can build your character, multiple ways you can solve a problem. Like you can, if you're not good at conversations or whatever, there are always physical ways to solve your problem. Either through violence or through stealth, or stack boxes up and sneak in through the window like that. That stuff is cool to me. That's the stuff about Deus Ex that I like. I just hate Deus Ex because other things. But the original Deus Ex, the new one's all right.
Yeah, it's fun.
Did you like Deus Ex, Nathan?
Yeah, I didn't like. What's the word? Like when you kind of played it, it was very kind of binary choice. It wasn't as.
I don't know what Deus Ex you were playing.
Well, no, I mean at the end of Human Revolution, it was literally like which is it like A, B, or C? Pick which one, ending you want.
Mass Effect 3 ending.
Yeah, that annoyed me because it was doing good, and then it kind of just.
But,
I don't know. It fell apart.
They're never great. The Deus Ex games aren't really necessarily plot choices that you're making so much as how do you go about solving this problem, and that's the cool thing about it. And
which I guess I suppose I never really considered it that way, but yeah, the thing is like you just because you're given so much choice, you figure, oh well, if I'm given this much choice to play the game, surely I have this much choice to like play the story as well.
Yeah,
but
you
no,
have very, very minor influences on the actual
plot.
plot.
Exactly.
But I mean, the game is really about there's a locked door here. What do I do? Do I blow the door up? Do I unlock the door? Do I go and persuade the custodian to come up and unlock the door? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Which is really cool. But
which is cool.
And I like the universe as well, like the theme of it, the whole what was it like the cyberpunk kind of theme, which is
morality of
machines,
cybernetic replacements or whatever.
Yeah, which I think is really really interesting because
that was another game that I guess that kind of game just doesn't hold my interest for very long. But because I got halfway through Human Revolution, I'm like, you know what? I don't need to sneak around this town anymore.
I kind of felt it was a bit too long. Like there's a few, maybe 2 chapters in it that were kind of like, this is a bit too much. Like maybe the bit where he goes to like, what was it, Hingsha, something like that. Yeah, he goes to like Japan or somewhere. It goes to Asia anyway.
Yes, Japan.
Yeah, thank you.
Or China or something
yeah,
like that.
but
You're right.
It was just a bit too
the
much.
Part where I stopped.
Yeah,
Yes.
Because it was just like, it's a bit too long.
I just did all this stuff in this town. Why do I need to? Like now, you just hit the reset button.
Yeah.
And now you got to do it all over again.
See, the thing is, like, because you're playing this kind of game, it's as long as you make it, and the fact that the game is long anyways, and then you're playing it slowly, then the game gets tremendously long. So that's a kind of a problem, I think, with a lot of games where there's multiple choice. Because if you play the game really slow and the story is quite short, or like it's just long enough, maybe like 10 hours or something like that. I'd say that's brief enough. And that's like a fair amount of like gameplay time.
So Walking Dead length.
Yeah, that's like a perfect example. But what I'm like, I think Human Revolution's story itself, even if you play and blast through it, it's still going to take you a good couple hours to get through it. Which, if you're playing the game slow, it's going to take even longer, and your interest just fizzles out because, again, that's the player's fault because you are driving the plot yourself. And
this is also coming from the guy that has just completed in its entirety Dragon Age Origins.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is like 50 minimum
Yeah.
hours long.
Yeah. It was, it's fine. But see, the thing about that was that had great pacing, where I never felt like I was like, oh, I have to do this now, I have to do this. It just kind of flowed naturally, whereas like...
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about... we're going to hold that, because I got Dragon Age to talk about.
Woo.
Yeah.
We'll hold that. Hell, do you want to... It didn't take that long. Do you want to briefly touch on something else that you've been playing?
Oh, I played, oh, yes!
I want to hear about this DS game that you're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
A crappy DS game? No way.
Oh, it's so bad. My nieces, who I love, that are in 7th grade now, I babysit them sometimes because their dad has to work a lot, and their mom is kind of sick a lot of the time, so they like to, when they have time off, they like to go out, like,
that sounds
once a month.
Depressing.
I know, so I take care of them sometimes. And they like this game recently called, what is it called? I believe it's called Girls Fashion Shoot.
All right.
Yep. I believe that's the name. Yep, Girls Fashion Shoot. It is a game where you play as a model.
Oh!
Yeah, and the whole game centers around buying new makeup and clothes and nails, designing your own nails, and going to photo shoots, picking the pose you use, the expression, and then like doing like purikura, like decoing out your picture, and then submitting it to auditions and getting paid for them, and it's just a big endless cycle of that, basically. Yep, so they let me play it for the entire, 8 hours that I was watching them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You up front said this game is crappy. Why did you play a crappy game for 8 hours?
Because they both have ADD, and there's no other way, otherwise they won't do anything,
Why couldn't they play it?
They were also playing it.
This is a DS game we're talking about?
Yes.
And this is one single DS?
No, they both have DSs. And
so how were you playing?
It was like a multiplayer?
Because they would trade off with me.
Oh.
They were like, oh yeah, you play mine, and now you play Ariana's,
Is it
and now you
multiplayer?
play Angelina's, and now you play Ariana's, and now you play Angelina's. You want to watch Once Upon a Time? No, you want to keep playing this game? Okay, let's do that.
I am just picturing a World of Warcraft model version. Just everyone gets in guilds to tackle.
It has
agency.
Street Pass.
That's always
what?
Yeah.
What are you street passing?
You are street passing your pictures, and I believe your model info. I don't know.
What?
It's very weird.
This
I will send you a screen cap.
I will give you 15 seconds to describe to me why it is bad.
I'm sure for someone it's good. I admit I like the cuteness of it because I'm a girl and I like cute outfits, and I say to myself, oh, I would wear that, but it's just the same thing over and over again. That's
Time.
It.
Holy hell, this game looks awful. Holy shit.
Why did she link it? I need to look.
The blurriness is just...
Oh, the blurriness is awful. The top screen is super, super blurry.
That doesn't even look like a game. It kind of looks like a picture. Like it doesn't look like a game that's moving.
Yeah, it's not. You're just standing there.
Is that 2DS or
you can't
3DS?
Move that character?
You can move closer to the character to see their outfit.
The character doesn't move.
Nope. There's
Wow.
no real
Really?
like movement happening besides when they change to another pose, and then they're just like smiling and going like, yeah.
This
kind of weird.
This game would be like perfect as an app, not a DS game, because like even the app would look better than this. Because this
Also,
it
I
would
believe
be-
it was like $25.
Yeah, I was gonna say it would be infinitely cheaper if it were.
yeah, like
It'd be either free or $1 or something like that. This
then
is gross.
Then you get the whole microtransactions.
That sucks.
Yep.
Always.
All right, don't play that anymore.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll give that. All right, so Nathan, you've been playing Fallout, but you don't really want to talk about it again.
Yeah, same old.
I'll talk about. I can either talk about Evil Within or I can talk about Dragon Age. Which one do you want to talk about?
Dragon Age.
Keep in mind, I've only played 2 hours of Dragon Age.
You've only played 2 hours of every game.
I played way more Evil Within.
Wait, I want to talk about that.
Well, we can talk about both then.
Yeah.
Just get the Dragon Age out of the way first then.
Yeah, let's get Dragon Age out of the way because I don't have that much to say about it anyway. Other
Sure.
than it's real pretty.
Did you make your character already?
Yes. Human warrior. I started as a human warrior. Didn't like the way the warrior felt during combat. Switched to rogue. Didn't really. So the combat. It's a good, it's a good place to describe. I'm not sure about the combat. It feels weird. It kind of feels like half. It's like a wannabe action game where you can tactically pause if you want.
Yeah.
And I'm playing on the hardest difficulty, so I kind of have to in some cases.
That was a lot of people's gripe with it when the reviews came out. They were saying the combat isn't great. It's not. I mean,
it doesn't.
I don't know.
I'm using the controller because I want to lean back or whatever, and to attack you have to hold the right trigger in, and you're just automatically attacking. But unless you're moving, unless you're close enough, as a rogue, I only have daggers, so unless you're close enough, you're just swinging wildly at nothing. So you have to move and the animations are such that the enemies are constantly moving away from you, so you constantly have to keep readjusting your position.
Oh.
Which is kind of annoying.
Yikes.
Yeah, it sounds
And especially with a rogue, you get more damages from attacking from behind.
Yeah.
So you constantly have to keep moving. And that's irritating.
Yeah, you don't get a good flank otherwise.
But the story setup is good.
Yeah.
It looks really nice. It's fantastic. The frame rate in cutscenes is a little rough for some reason. Apparently that's just common to the game. And
what's the exploring like? Because I remember reading you get like mounts and stuff.
I haven't got there yet.
Oh, okay.
Right now it's just a big linear tutorial. There was a big boss fight at the end that was actually really hard because I had the difficulty up.
Yeah.
And that was fun. It was actually a pretty cool fight. Right off the bat, Varric is back.
Yay!
Right in your party. He's the only good part about Dragon Age 2. And he's in there. He's freaking gorgeous. I implore everyone to go look up images of Varric from Dragon Age Inquisition because he is beautiful.
I have no idea who that is.
He's a dwarf.
Oh yeah, you
in
don't
Dragon Age
know.
2.
He's the only beardless dwarf in the game that I know of.
Whoa, that's
He
gonna
doesn't
look
look
weird.
like he just looks like a short man. He doesn't look like a dwarf.
So you said you picked what was it? You picked human. Was
Human
it?
rogue. Yes, you can change your race in this game, which is the first time.
Wait,
Yay!
what?
Dragon
Wait, no,
Age
it's
2
not
you
true.
can't.
Dragon Origins you can. That's what I meant to say. That is back. That option is back.
Good.
Okay.
And you can be a Kunari, which I believe is the first time.
That is exciting to me.
That.
Which I don't give a
Kunari.
crap about the Kunari.
Oh, you're awful. Canary, right? Come on.
Oh, well, you haven't played the second game yet.
Are they bad in the second game?
Oh,
They
you'll
bother-
see.
they-
I'm
they
not
bother
gonna
the
play
second
it.
game. So
Oh, you're not going to play it?
No, I can't be arsed. No way.
Come on.
it's not a good game. Al.
It's not a bad
Yeah,
game.
it kind of is.
It's better than some other. For what it is, it's
Well,
bad,
yes,
but
it's
it's
better
better than
than-
others.
It's better than that model game you were just talking about. Yes, I'd much rather.
There's a spectrum here, I'm sure. It's better than this, but it's worse than that.
But it's their story in it that's important.
Yeah, but that's why Dragon Age Keep is there for you.
I try to get it.
go
That
online.
is so like just so much in that. I tried to do
Yeah.
that, and I was like, whoa, I'm gonna need to set aside an
So
hour.
that's the thing. No. You coming right off of it, you'll probably remember the vast majority of your choices, so it won't take that long for you.
Yeah.
Dragon Age 2, just leave it at default, because who cares?
I tried to do it because so I tried to import because I had like a whole Origin account and all that jazz. I tried to import my character from the PlayStation. And
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, it didn't work. So I was like,
You can't. They don't even have that option. I thought it was an option originally, but apparently it's not.
oh, can you do it for PC?
No.
That's what's the
thing,
point?
is I thought it was. Well, that's the thing. That's why they made this keep thing, because they're like, all right, do this. I guess I don't know, but I said it like you said. I sat down for an hour, watched a video guide on these choices because I don't remember half of these. There's a lot of choices in there, like you said.
Yeah.
And I don't remember the vast majority of them, so they had to go. I watched a video where they went in and explained each choice. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, okay, now I somewhat remember, and I just chose what I thought I chose in the game.
Yeah, but the thing about it is that people have been saying you can't play Inquisition without playing the other two. There will be references or something like that if you do play the other ones. But
from what I can tell, this is a whole new story, like, based in the... To a degree. Like, the Templars and Mages still hate each other.
Yeah.
That's kind of all you need to know, really.
I know that.
There are returning characters, but you're not going to be playing as the Grey Warden. You're not going to be playing as Hawk, so who gives a crap?
Yeah. All right. That's... Yeah. I'm not going to be playing too, because...
But, I mean, there's just something about a BioWare big RPG that just feels really good. I don't know what it is, but when...
It's been a while. It's
it's like the opening happens, and the opening's cool, even though it kind of is reminiscent of the end of Dragon Age 2, which You know what? I won't get into details about it, but basically, the mages and the Templars are meeting in this temple to try to, get something going here, because they've been warring for so long, and there's a giant explosion that happens and kills everyone. Just everyone except you. You survive somehow. This explosion causes a rift into another dimension that spits out demons into your world.
Wow.
You also have, for some reason, as the survivor of the explosion, you have a little green... I don't even know. It's just, your hand flashes green. It's got like a green flame on it, and it has the ability to close these rifts. And that's basically the plot, is that everyone thinks that you're responsible for this because you're caught green-handed.
Whoa!
Everyone thinks you did this, so everyone hates you. And then the tutorial ends, and you help close a rift and fight a boss, and now everyone loves you, I guess. So, and that's where I'm at. But there's something about the storytelling and just the richness of their worlds that just feels... you're in for an adventure as soon as you start it. Just like, the groundwork is here. I know... fasten your seatbelt. Which I didn't feel like in Dragon Age 2. When Dragon Age 2 starts, it's kind of... They kind of have like a Call of Duty, throw you into the action right off the bat thing, and then you get to Kirkwall, and then the game just slows to a halt.
Yep.
And my dog is apparently dying. And yeah, it feels a lot more grander. You can tell just by the tutorial that the world is a lot bigger, more open, because there's not really a beaten path. Well, there is, but you could just tell that there's just more room to run around. So I'm excited. I'm excited to keep playing it. I didn't get that much further into it, but it still annoys me that your character has a voice, though. I wish it didn't.
Oh yeah, if that's the direction they're going, though, it's gonna probably be like that forever.
It is all the way Mass Effect, with the little wheel that you point your joystick at and hit the button, and your character says vaguely what you told it to say, but not really.
I hate that. I absolutely hate that. It's
annoying.
Because
it sucks.
It works perfect in Origins, because if you say, you say exactly what is on the bottom of the screen. That's exactly what you say. But if in Mass Effect, especially, like, when you click the option, you say, you ask a question, he would say something that's... it's in the same vein of what you meant to say, but it's like, well, I didn't mean that exactly.
Yeah, I didn't mean for that to sound as snarky as you just said.
Yeah.
You jerk.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Damn voice actor.
When you're like, yeah, and you just say it, and then it's like in Mass Effect where, you'll be talking to, Garrison, it's like, talk to Garrus, and you can say, hi, Garrus, then it'll be like, hey, Garrus, what's up? And he's like, oh, I hate you. But, you can talk to Jacob, and it just says, hi, Jacob, and you say hi, and Shepard's like, hey, Jacob, you want to come fuck me? And you're like,
yeah,
what?
One thing that this game does better than... And Dragon Age 2 actually did this better than Mass Effect, is that when you hover over an option, it gives you a little indication of what kind of response it's going to be.
Yeah,
So if it's a romance response, it'll have a heart. If it's an aggressive response, it'll have, a flexing arm. You know what I mean? Like that, you'll get a sense of how it's going to be said, which is way, way better. But it's just a disconnect when this person talks and says something that I didn't say. It's weird. You guys still with me?
Yeah, no, I understand.
Okay. All right. One thing I do want to say that I think is awesome is there's obviously moral choices. When you get to one in this game, a little screen pops. Not even a little screen. The little dial with the dialogue options or whatever pops up. And when you hover over it, it tells you exactly what's going to happen when you make that choice. It's like, okay, this is the option. All right, so the options are charge with the soldiers or go down a hidden path. One's like charge with the soldiers. You'll be able to, more. It's going to be riskier, but you'll get there faster, and soldiers may die or whatever. Or go down the hidden path. It's like you don't know what's going to be down there, but this is it's a good little thing, because a lot of times in these games you make these decisions not knowing the outcomes of what's going to be. Even if they kind of try to tell you what it is, you don't exactly know what's going to happen. In this, they kind of lay it out for you, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
So Dragon Age, I'm going to be playing it some more. But what I'm going to be playing as well, because I haven't finished it yet, is The Evil Within.
Yay!
I like how I built that up, even though I asked you right up front if we should talk about it. I don't think I like that game.
Really?
Really?
Why?
It's got some issues.
Like what?
First, the logic that it treats you like an idiot. First of all, if a 2-year-old can walk up and see the gaps in logic in your game, then you're screwed up. Because there are moments where I'm like, why would he do this? Or why is this a thing? All the enemies are weak to fire. There are several spots in the game that just have fire sitting around. You can't use it. Just can't use it. You can't light anything on it. You can't throw the enemies into it. Nothing. They're just there. That's stupid. And it's not even like torches on the wall. They're giant bonfires in the middle of the freaking town, and you can't use them. There's a scene where there's a metal lock, and it's locked. It's locking this wooden gate, mind you, and it asks you to. When you click on it, you know how it's traditional Resident Evil fashion. It would be like, I wish I had something to unlock this or whatever. In this game, it says, oh, if only I had like a chainsaw or something, I could break this lock. Are you kidding me? When I see a metal lock, is the first thing that I think, oh, if only I had a chainsaw, I could unlock this. No. I mean, but then conveniently you go and fight a boss with a chainsaw. Duh. But then when you get the chainsaw, as a chainsaw, what do you think you should use that for if you're being attacked by melee zombies? You're gonna saw those zombies, right? Like that's what I would do with a chainsaw. But no, instead he's like, I'm gonna use this chainsaw on this wooden door. and I'm going to use the chainsaw on the metal lock on the wooden door so the chainsaw breaks.
And is the chainsaw like ever brought up again apart from
the chainsaw
okay, that
just disintegrates in your hands. That's it.
What?
It's gone.
That's hilarious. That's
this
terrible.
wooden door.
That is awful.
He could saw around the lock because it's all wood, and it's just like, hey, no, you get to saw the lock, and then the chainsaw breaks and you can't use it. That's dumb logic. Like that's just insulting my intelligence. And
yeah. The thing about games is that like some people think like, oh well, it's a video game. They can get away with that kind of stuff. But no.
I had that same thought was that I can suspend my disbelief only so far.
Yeah, that is. If
a 2-year-old can come up and say, "Why don't you just do this?" then you done messed up. And there are plenty of those. And there's even just in the gameplay mechanics, there are. You have a melee weapon. You have a knife.
Yeah.
You get it right off the bat. You saw my video. You get the knife. You only use it for stealth kills. You can't use it any other time.
Okay, that's
so you can't. Your melee is beyond useless.
Yeah,
it is laughably you can upgrade your melee damage. I did that. I spent all my points, maxed it out. Melee was still garbage. You couldn't kill a thing with it.
Yeah.
So I loaded my save back up and spent the points elsewhere because the melee was stupid. Like this is chapter 3 and I can't kill the basic enemy with melee. What's the point of upgrading it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's dumb. And the combat just feels really bad. The aiming is awful. Enemies that are just standing still, I have trouble hitting. It's so hard.
Just go back to the point about the chainsaw. That is like we were just like, I was thinking about it. I was like, that is like the most bizarre thing I've ever heard, because like a chainsaw is in these kind of games is typically a weapon and it's being used as an item. And if you switch that around, it doesn't make sense, because if
you can't even select the chainsaw. You pick it up and it's just in your being. You can't look at it. You can't nothing. Like it's not like Resident Evil where you open up a menu, it's in there.
Like it doesn't work the other way around, because it makes sense. Like oftentimes you can't use an item as a weapon. Like you can't use a flashlight as a weapon because, well, the flashlight will break and then you can't use it anymore. And that makes sense.
Logic, though.
But
this is a chainsaw.
This is a
the
freaking chainsaw that you use as an item, as a key.
The enemy was literally using it to try to kill you.
And that is no. Even within, just
and there are multiple things like that. Like a lot of enemy. Like I said, you have a melee weapon that you never use. There are melee weapons that you can pick up that they're the same. In fact, you can pick up melee weapons that enemies have. Enemies can hit you repeatedly with this melee weapon.
Right.
Do as much damage as they want, and doesn't matter. Like they can just keep on using it. You kill that enemy, you pick up that weapon. You can use that weapon once and it breaks. Same weapon. It's a freaking hand axe. It's not like a stick. You know, like a hand axe is meant to chop stuff. If it breaks after one use, it's a bad hand axe.
That
game just drives me crazy.
That's the kind of game I would be playing with my girlfriend, and she would say something. She would say, "Well, why don't you do this?" And then I say, "Well, you can't do this because oh yeah, you're right. Why can't I do?" It's one of those things where, like, I remember playing something before where she kind of questioned it. It's like, wait, why are you doing this? Why can't you do? I think I was playing GTA or something like that, and you had to specifically use a weapon. It's like, why do you have to use that weapon? Why can't you just use a handgun? And I was like, well, you can't because, oh yeah, why can't you? It would be easier. So, like, if you are finding this issue already, and you said, like, even a 2-year-old can point out, like, here, why can you only use a chainsaw?
Why don't you
here?
use the chainsaw to kill the enemies?
That is just
something like that.
See, like games can get away with so much. Like sometimes, you know, you can kind of say
we're already accepting that we get shot so many times and hide behind cover that we heal.
Yeah, you get jelly in your screen, you wipe it away, everything's gravy. Okay, whatever, that's fine. I get it. Games, you know, if it was the other way around, it might be too frustrating. But this is just taking the cake. This is just hilariously terrible.
Yeah, and it goes on, like, that's not even, but that is a big problem with it, but that's not even my biggest problem with the game. Like, chapter 3 is basically where they introduce to you all the survivor horror-esque concepts, like sneaking and limited ammunition and all that stuff. That's the last time you see that. Like, it kind of goes on. I feel like this game is a haunted house ride or something. It is kind of like they don't really care so much about meaning behind anything, as long as it gives you. They're trying to do like Call of Duty-esque moments.
It doesn't make sense. Who gives a fuck? It scared you.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like, these moments shouldn't connect the way they do. These moments shouldn't even happen. There are moments where, like, doors just randomly shut, and you can believe that in some moments where, like, you can feel like a supernatural presence screwing with you. But there are moments where you're just out in the middle of nowhere and doors just shut, so you have to fight a boss. Why did they shut? Who knows? It just shut. Who cares? And there are switches that you pull. There's a puzzle in there that, in this game, and currently up to this point, there are no puzzles. So so I'm thinking in the game, like, oh, this game doesn't have puzzles. Mm-hmm. So I get to this thing. There are 2 switches. I hit one. I instantly get impaled. I die.
Wow.
They're just luck of the draw. Apparently there is a puzzle here. But when you are conditioned to think there are no puzzles in this game, you know, I thought I just had to hit a button and the door would open. I didn't think I had to figure out which button to hit. Like, that's messed up. And there are moments where the loading screen just straight up lies to me and says, there's this monster you run into that's kind of an instant kill if it catches you. Yeah. And
is that the guy that chases you around the whole game?
No, not even. I haven't even seen that yet.
Oh, okay.
Like, that's kind of the thing. I'm waiting for that to happen, but
hopefully it perks up the game a bit.
It's this, like, spider-looking lady. It's Japanese.
Oh, yes, I know.
Kind of long-limbed, screamy, long-haired thing.
It's gross looking.
One of those.
And it said I died by it because I tried to kill it, which is fine, whatever. But then the loading screen says it can be killed with traditional weapons, even if it's not recommended. So what does that say to you? That says that it can be killed, right? Mm-hmm. So
if you hammer away at it, I guess.
No, it can't.
Okay.
What that means is that eventually you're going to fight this thing, and then it applies. You're not supposed to fight it right there. because you're supposed to turn around and run and initiate a scripted sequence.
Oh, okay.
Later on, you have a boss battle with her. That's when you can kill it with traditional weapons. That sucks.
Okay, I figured you
so
mean...
I was sitting there trying to kill this thing right here.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'd be like. I was like, oh, let's unload like a buttload of ammo, because if I can
kill it, then you get upgrade stuff.
Yeah,
So I'm like, oh, just imagine the reward I'm going to get for killing this thing if I kill it right now. You can't kill it. So I was sitting there for like 10 minutes just dying to this thing. I'm like, I can't see a way to kill this thing.
Mm.
And then eventually backed me into a corner and a scripted thing happened. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I can't kill this thing. It's just,
So how far is the game are you at the moment?
A little less, around halfway through.
All right.
So,
is it a drag to play? That's the one question.
Kind of.
Yeah, that's what I
don't find the combat any fun.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is that it's supposed... I figured the combat was intentionally bad, so it would be scary and you'd feel vulnerable and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But it's not... That's not the kind of game it is. It turns into it turns into a wannabe Resident Evil 4, just not nearly as good.
Yeah.
Because the shooting is horrible. There's a scene directly out of Resident Evil 5 that is in it. Like, there's a scene where someone is getting carried away and you're standing on the other side and you have to snipe the people that are carrying them away. Oh, another lapse in judgment, or logic, I should say. There's a boss fight. You have a partner. That's another thing, is that they kind of throw the scary away. Not that I think the game was that scary to begin with, but
the tension
chunk of the game. Through a big chunk of the game, you have a partner with you that is very, very capable of killing the things that you were fighting. So it's not like there's not really any tension. A lot of the times and you can heal him indefinitely. So even if he takes damage, you can run up to him and heal him. It doesn't take a healing item or anything.
Yeah.
So a lot of times I just like, screw it. I'm not going to waste my ammo. I'm just going to run over to this guy and he'll take care of it. So like that sucks. And there's where this guy is following you. You run into a boss fight and he drops his glasses. He's a guy with glasses and needs glasses to see whatever.
Is he Velma? My glasses. I can't
like
shoot
the
zombies.
Kinda. And he was able to get behind like a gate or whatever, and you're meant to deal with this boss, and you fight him for a little while. For whatever reason, you fight him enough, and the boss walks away temporarily, and you're able to get out. You're able to get out of that arena. And the guy's like, I dropped my glasses back there. And literally the only thing that he says is the F word. Your guy, he just screams the F word and then goes back in. For glasses.
Oh,
for glasses.
That is awful. Because I would have just been like, why didn't you tell me when I was there?
But the thing is, though, is that it's even worse that the character acknowledges the stupid logic. As soon as you're done, he's like, oh my god, you made me go through all that for glasses? Like, that's the thing, is that if you know your logic is stupid, don't put it in the game and then point it out. It's just bad logic.
Yeah, it's a bit like, what was that game that came out? Sunset Overdrive. They had a moment where it's like, oh, guess what? You're doing a fetch quest. And then you have to do a fetch quest. It's like, yeah, I get it. I get the fact that you're making fun of it, but don't put it in.
It's like if Assassin's Creed it's kind of like if Assassin's Creed would point out their crappy tailing missions. It'd be like, haha, now you gotta follow this guy. Bet you that sucks, and then you have to go and do it. Well, yeah, it does suck.
Yeah.
And the reason you're pointing it out is because it sucks.
If you're going to do that,
put it in there.
you should like make it look like, wait, I have to actually do this, but then kind of switch it up, like just blindside them, like, oh, actually you're doing something else. And
from a storytelling perspective, they could have made the glasses thing work. If they made me believe that this guy just needed these glasses to survive, because he just was just that blind without them.
How bad do you want these?
I could believe it. I could be like, all right, if we don't get this guy's glasses now, he's probably going to die. So I'm going to go in there and I'm going to
die from no glasses.
Well, I mean, we're fighting monsters. If you can't see the monsters we're fighting, then whatever. But just the glasses are never mentioned up until this point, and then all of a sudden they're this huge issue. That's just storytelling 101.
Oh god!
You can't just pick something up. For example, if you have a scene early on that doesn't mention a dog in the room, but later on the dog is important to the plot, you can't just now suddenly there's a dog there. You can't do that.
Oh god!
You have to introduce the dog, or else there's be like, why is there a dog?
It's like playground games when you're like, everyone pretends to be a superhero.
Yeah, it's like, no, now there's, yeah.
And then you're fighting one guy and it's like, I'll use my, I don't know, heat ray on you. I'm invincible to heat ray. Okay. Another guy comes in, I use my ice ray. Oh yeah, I'm also invisible to ice ray. Or invincible to ice. It's like, what?
It's exactly
I can't be beaten, but I didn't tell you until.
They wanted you.
That's hilarious.
They wanted to give you a reason to go back and fight that boss again, and the only thing they could come up with was the glasses. Instead of introducing the glasses early on, which I would have been okay with, they're just like, whatever, now he needs the glasses to see. What? Just screw you. Stop it.
Cheeky microtransaction. You can pay $5 for contacts. Give me 2 contacts. There you go.
Yeah, it's just goes on and on.
I should work for EA. That was good. That was a good idea. So
the story itself is not good.
Is it something you're going to finish? That's what I want to know.
Yes, because I'm going to review it.
Oh, okay.
But
can you see it picking up, or do you think it's kind of like stuck in the shitter?
I mean, the moment-to-moment gameplay mechanic sucks. They drop the survival. It is not a survival horror game.
All right.
In fact, it just feels like Resident Evil 4 after Chapter 3, which is where they introduced all the survival horror stuff, and there's a whole bunch of monsters around. You have to be stealthy and the traps and stuff, which is another gap in logic where the monsters don't initiate the traps where you do. That's bad.
But let me guess, you can then use the traps against them once you pick them up in an inventory. No, okay.
That'd be smart.
I figured you could disarm the weapon and then use it.
Instead, yeah, you can disarm the traps, but then you get what they call scraps or whatever that you can turn into bolts for your crossbow.
Oh my god!
Which doesn't make any sense at all. Like, this guy must be some god mechanic that he can just be like, I'm just going to take this landmine and turn it into a crossbow bolt. What?
Finally, my mechanic skills. It's what I always wanted to be.
Is paying off.
I never wanted to be a cop. I wanted to be a mechanic. Finally, I can use my skills to save the world.
And in terms of, like, when I say a haunted house, I kind of mean that. Because there are moments where they try to scare you that have absolutely no meaning whatsoever other than to scare you.
Yeah.
It's not part of the story. It's not an obstacle.
So it's all kind of flash.
The game is literally just, not literally, but the game is basically saying boo.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was
something fall through the window or something, and it's not a monster. It's just that something fell through the window to give you a jump scare. You know how in horror movies when there's a girl walking alone and it's super tense, and all of a sudden, oh god, there's a jet. Oh, it's just her friend. You know,
you're like,
that kind of false jump scare.
Yeah, this
game is filled with them, and it just doesn't make any sense. They're not scary. I mean, I don't find them scary.
This game to me,
they're startling. You know, like the conversation of startle versus scare, and it's not scary. It's just startling.
It just sounds like to me like someone running up to you and saying boo, but continuously saying boo, so they go boo. That's what the first time you hear you go oh. But then they keep continue, and then you just get annoyed. Like, when are you going to stop saying? Just for like 10 minutes straight. I can't deal with this. I gotta go. Then that's when you turn off the game.
And then there are actually cool moments occasionally. Like there's an enemy that's invisible to you. That is the only way you can see them is when he's walking around and he moves. And like say he walks through. Like there's a lot of. Since it's a horror game, there are wheelchairs and gurneys all over the place.
But of course.
Because they're scary.
Yeah, sure.
Duh. But when he's walking, the enemy that's invisible, when he's walking, he pushes the wheelchair and the gurney aside so you know where he is based on that. That's cool. Like, that's a cool little physics thing.
Mm.
Like, now I can see based on where the wheelchair and gurney, and it's more than that, but those two are moving, I can tell he's in between them, so I shoot, and then he appears. Like, that's cool. Then you fight it. It's not one single enemy. It's apparently a type of enemy. Then you fight him 4 more times. Back to back. Like, it's not, so the tension of that moment is ruined because you have to fight it so many times. You have to do the exact same thing every time. Or you can be like me and just run around until he appears and dodge his attack and then shoot in a general direction, hope you hit him.
Mm.
Because that's another thing. Ammo is not nearly as scarce as they say it is. If ammo was really scarce, I would never shoot. But I've found a lot of times that the capacity that I could carry, I was constantly full. So I had to shoot, right? That encourages you to shoot because if I find ammo and I'm full up on it, well, I'm going to need to shoot because I need to pick up more ammo. There's no point in saving ammo if there's constantly ammo to be picking up.
Mm.
And there's just, man, that game. I don't know what people were seeing in that game, but they're crazy. It's not It's not scary enough to be Resident Evil 1. It's not fun enough to be Resident Evil 4. If that makes sense.
It's Code Veronica.
It just doesn't feel good as an action game. So it's not that. It's not the design of it is not. It's not survival horror because all it is basically a crappy third-person shooter with slightly limited ammo and health packs instead of regenerating health.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll keep playing it.
Yeah, I wasn't too interested in, so yeah, I kind of sealed the deal for me, or broke the deal, whatever you want to say.
Part of my grad school application is that I'm going to do a video review of this, so I will show you by example these things that I'm talking about exactly. So
cool. Look forward to it. All right, it sounds like a mediocre game, but I'm interested to see your take on it at the least.
Yeah, everyone seems to like it though. It's getting pretty decent. It got pretty decent reviews, I should say.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
returned like Adam did a spoof video and said that look at all these reviews it's getting. He popped to like 8s and 9s and like those people are crazy.
People are crazy. Maybe people like the idea of it more than the actual like the way.
Maybe they're just really excited for a new like just straight up horror game.
Yeah, it was a bit like a Assassin's Creed 1 where it got like 10 9s and 10s. When in reality, like when you break it down to gameplay, it wasn't all that amazing because he did the same thing like 10 times in a row.
And I mean like horror with a capital H. Chainsaws, gurneys, wheelchairs, blood, violent. Like that's the kind of horror that I'm talking about here. And maybe people are just pumped for that, I guess.
Yeah.
The story, I haven't finished it, but the story sucks. It's there. You saw it in my first video.
It's just, it's really cheesy. Like it's so, I don't know. It reminds me of Platinum a bit. Like, but not as crazy,
files.
But yeah.
There are documents that you find that quote unquote elaborate the story, but you remember how helpful that first one was, where it's like follow this super linear path and you'll find the ladder.
Like,
not even you can't even.
God, this was here,
and it was like 20 feet from where that file was. I'm like, come on. Yeah, thank God that file was here to tell me that the path that I was going. It's like walking through a double-ended or a single tunnel and finding a file halfway through that says if you continue through this tunnel, you eventually reach the other side.
Yeah.
Come on.
Or like just walking down the hallway and you see a big sign that says this way.
There's a door here.
I know.
Yeah, I know where I'm going.
Oh God.
But do you really know?
He needs to be reaffirmed. He needs to. He wasn't too sure when he saw the ladder, but he needed a document to back it up. So, you know.
Oh, one final thing about it, to prove that it's not a survival horror game, is that there are forced action scenes in it, forced moments where they give you respawning ammo and unlimited enemies.
Like a minigun situation.
Well, not even that, because you don't really, you're not on a turret or anything, but they give you, there are little combat arenas. Like you enter an area, and your partner's with you usually, and you're forced to fight until there are no more fighting left to do. There are no options other than fight.
Right.
And if you run out of ammo, guess what? Here you go. Since you can't kill these things without ammo, we'll respawn ammo for you. Yeah. Enemies drop ammo. There's grenades over here. Mm-hmm. Grenades. Survival horror.
Makes sense.
So, yeah. I don't know what they were thinking when they came out and said, the return of survival horror. Lying. They're lying. Lying. I don't think I like it.
I don't think I like it.
Maybe you guys should try it.
It's
on PS3, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. It sounds like a rental, all right.
Yeah, rent it. Just see if you think I'm crazy. Maybe I'm dumb.
No, but from what you said,
it's not scary, so don't worry about it.
Oh, thank you. Be still, my beating heart. I was gonna just have an episode if I played that game.
You don't have to sit on a tack. You can just
no. Big tack has to be big. Don't
really big tack.
The big tack.
All right. Is there anything else we want to talk about, or
nope.
We should probably wrap this thing up?
Oh, sure. I was going to do news, but I can leave it.
I will give you one news thing.
Well, actually, I don't want. It's not really news. It's just something that I mentioned
that happened and didn't happen last week.
No, not really. Okay. I'm just going to say it. Okay, so Far Cry 4 came out. This is the thing I was telling you about, Randy.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to really spoil it. Well, this is a bit of a spoiler, but it's everywhere. Everyone has I've seen millions.
I mean, it's the first 15 minutes of game or whatever.
Yeah. So like all this information is from the story trailers and stuff like that. So you are sent to where Far Cry 4 is set, Kirat, I think it's called. I probably butchered the pronunciation. But you are sent to this place to spread ashes. I think it was like your mother's ashes or something like that. Now, what happens is if you don't want to hear any information about this game, you probably scrub 2 minutes ahead because we're not going to focus on the game.
Or just end the pod, or just stop.
Yeah, stop listening.
There's nothing left.
Okay, so the thing is that right, so you go to you go to this place, you meet the warlord dude, and so what happens is the guy Pagan Min, he asks you to sit for a few minutes, right? And you're eating dinner, and then he leaves. Okay, now at this point you're given the chance to like leave the area and start the game, but there's also, if you actually wait in the game, wait like 15 minutes or something like that. He actually comes back and says, "Okay, yeah, cool. You can spread the ashes. It's fine." And then the game ends, and like that's it. And I was saying to Randy, I was like, I think that's like absolutely like a genius way to like, because if I play the game, I'm not going to be like, oh, that's the game. Oh, that's shit. I'm going to bring this back. People are obviously going to go back and play it and do.
Yeah.
And then I started thinking about like how there's loads of stuff like that where, you know, you're given the option to do the logical thing. Like, you just say you have to do X. You know, you have to save the world, and then you're given the option to save the world by the bad guy. Like, there's the Saints Row 4, the evil dude gives you an option. He says, you know, you can, there's like 2 doors.
And the game ends.
And then if you pick the door to save yourself, to sacrifice yourself, and you save the world, which is what you're meant to do, which is the whole goal, you know, the game ends, yeah. So, like,
credits roll.
which, like, as we were saying, like, game logic is, it's a weird thing. The whole chainsaw thing, that's just ridiculous. But this, I love this because this is the kind of thing that someone would say, well, actually, what's the whole point of me getting involved with the conflict in Kirat? Why can't I just do, like, what I was set out to do and then just leave it at that? And the fact that you were given the option is just, I think it's brilliant because it's been a while, well, every so often a game comes out where it's like they give you the option that, like, logical players to go, well, obviously I just want to, you know, if this is real life, that's kind of what I'm saying. If this is real life, I would just do the easy option, which is...
It's a good example of taking advantage of a storytelling medium that movies can't do this.
Yeah.
You know?
Because
it's cool.
Yeah, if a movie did that where it was like, the movie was just like half an hour long, where it was just, you know, you walk in, you have to wait 15 minutes, whatever, then you leave, and that was it, then people would be pissed. Everyone would hate it, because that's it, there's no arc. But the fact that, since it's a game, you can just boot it up again and play it again, like, that's, like, perfect.
At the same time, there's part of me that thinks that there's something... Heavy Rain was onto something, you know, when your player character dies, the story keeps going.
Yeah.
But the character doesn't come back. That's the kind of... You're not... I mean, this is kind of a different conversation, but the consequences aren't really there in games a lot of the time. Imagine in a movie where it just has like a series of moments where the main character dies, but then it just goes back 5 minutes and he succeeds, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he hits a checkpoint. That's the kind of weird thing about video games that I don't know how you saw. Like, that's a different conversation.
When like Morrowind comes out, you can kill anyone in the game, and if you kill them, it just says, oh, like the prophecy is severed. You know, you can't continue this quest. It's because like the person is dead. But like, you can kill anyone in the game, and the game still plays. You just can't finish it. You know, there's no distinctive end to the story, which I think is really good. But like, even some like my favorite games do this kind of weird thing where you don't really realize that you're kind of forced into an option. Like, okay, just look at Dragon Age Origins. I remember when I was playing the game, there was a million like options to say you weren't crazy about joining the Grey Wardens, which makes sense because you're kind of forced into it. You kind of have to be a Grey Warden. But with the second you're a Grey Warden, you are just like the greatest Grey Warden of all time. Like, you're so loyal to everyone, even though, like, if you didn't want to do it in the first place, logically you should be kind of like, oh, I don't want to do this. I hate this. This is awful. But, you know, what I'm saying is like, it doesn't really reflect what your choice is. But I don't know. Like, I like when a game gives you a choice.
I feel like this is the imposing argument for your argument about Spec Ops.
Yeah. I remember
pretty sure
that.
You were disproving your original argument.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's cool when you're forced into a choice, because sometimes that's how things happen, but yet
Yeah, but that's different because specs up.
How's that different?
Because Dragon Age is an RPG and you're given like a.
So what? Sometimes in life you don't have an option.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that. Yeah, but I guess. But the thing about that is, what I'm saying with Dragon Age is like you're saying, I don't want to join the Grey Wardens. Well, if you don't join the Grey Wardens, Duncan should kill you because that's what he said he would do if you don't join it. So what I'm saying is they should just kill you. They shouldn't just say. He shouldn't just say, "Oh, don't worry, my child. You'll get used to it." He shouldn't say anything like that.
In Japanese role-playing games when you pick the option that would obviously ruin the story, and they just like, "Oh, are you sure?" And they just keep saying, "Are you sure?" Until you hit the right one. What's the point?
Yeah, like I just find it funny. It's just like, cause I like when games like they think of all the options, like I don't know. It's just it's interesting because I like messing with a game. Like I remember someone mentioned this on like one of the comments I saw on Reddit. It's like a point and click adventure game. It's called Memoria, right? And the main character goes up to like a fortune teller dude, and the dude asks, "Do you like puzzles?" And if you say no, he just tells you to get the fuck out of his tent, and then the game ends. So right. Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. I guess
Batman Arkham City had something similar.
Yeah, with the yeah. But that's kind of a cop out because it just rewinds it if you walk out.
No, the credits end or the credits roll.
Oh yeah, to be fair, yeah.
But briefly, like it's not the full set of credits.
Yeah,
so it is a little bit of a cop out.
So yeah,
it's cool that the option's there.
I do enjoy. I really enjoyed Far Cry 4 for throwing this in because it's just like it's fun. It kind of makes fun of video game stories where you're like, you are given this one task, but suddenly something else happens and you have to do something else. It's like, well, if I just do my original task, I can get the fuck out of here. And, And a pretty cool thing about that is that when the whole scene, the song playing is Should I Stay or Should I Go? And which is actually really clever because it says, if I stay, there will be trouble. If I go, there will be double. Which is like, it makes sense when you think about it. But, yeah. Fair play to Far Cry 4 for doing something pretty clever. I know people are shitting on Ubisoft a lot lately, and, rightly so, but it's nice that something positive has come out of a latest release.
I mean, Ubisoft, the publishing company, but not necessarily the developers, I guess.
Yeah, the publishing company. There's been a lot of, people they're not happy with Ubisoft at the moment at all.
Yeah, because they're sucking right now. Hopefully this year is a wake-up call for them because, dang.
Yeah, definitely. Games, I've been noticing a lot of games coming out lately, they've been really buggy, like very, very buggy. And I think
I don't want to talk about that because we could talk about that for another freaking hour.
We could put a pin in that for next week.
Yeah, hold that on. And
hold that thought.
With that, Elle has fallen asleep.
What? Yeah.
She woke up. Anyway, thanks, Elle, for coming.
Thanks.
Thanks, Nathan.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And with that, I'm going to have to do some editing. Not that there was anything offensive in here, I swear. But
maybe that's you.
So this might not go up as when it normally does because this is going to take me longer than normal. But with that, we'll still be back next week probably. Unless we die.
It could happen.
Oh,
don't die, Randy. I love you so much.
Now I'm worried.
I'm not.
So it sounds like he's got something planned. That's what.
Oh, he does. He always has something planned.